Petite gorgée vite vite. Alright. Ça devrait être bien. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Ok. C'est bon. Bonjour, bonsoir à tous et à toutes. J'espère que vous allez bien. Ici GeekYoshii. De retour pour l'aventure Genshin Impact, évidemment. Et du coup, présentement, je sais que je m'étais arrêté. Je pense que je m'étais arrêté. Ouais, j'avais pas commencé la quête principale en fait. Ah. Nous vous remercions pour votre enthousiasme envers la gastronomie de Teyvat. Voici 3 nouvelles recettes pour vous. Nous espérons que vos prochains voyages se dérouleront en bonne compagnie et avec de délicieuses choses à manger. On va les regarder après. Donc ouais, non, on va pouvoir se replonger, on va pouvoir se replonger dans l'histoire de SUMERU en fait. Ok, c'est quoi qu'on a? Recette pizza champignon viande. Ok. Thé à la tombée. Tour de champignons au lait. Ok. Et voilà. Ok. Bon. Bonne chose de faite. Ok. Première chose que je vais faire, avant toute chose, c'est aller là-bas. Vous voyez l'espèce de petit sanctuaire là-bas là? On va aller l'ouvrir. J'ai une clé de SUMERU. Donc on va aller l'ouvrir. Juste vérifier s'il n'y a pas un téléporteur le plus proche possible. Bon. Et juste à continuer à voler, je devrais y arriver dans pas long. Ok. J'ai pas fait de live la dernière fois, j'étais comme pas dans le mood. Mais là aujourd'hui j'ai envie de faire encore plus de stuff. Possiblement que le live il dure... Oh, il y a une mission dans le coin. Ah, fudge. Non mais... Ah! Je t'ai eu. Ah d'accord. Mesdames et messieurs, on ouvre. Let's go. Bon. On commence bien la journée. Là, on va aller directement. On va aller s'occuper de la mission principale du jeu. La quête principale de SUMERU. Pour ce qui est des quêtes secondaires, je vais vraiment les faire dans les... Je dirais vraiment en dernier en fait, parce que vraiment ce sont c'est des quêtes qui me donnent vraiment comme un mal de tête à la longue de les faire en fait. À 100% je vais les faire, mais là pour le moment c'est pas... Là pour le moment les quêtes des Aranarages, c'est pas dans mes priorités présentement.
Here we are. It's also fairly close to where I've been staying.
It looks really
Merci pour ta générosité, Doniarza.
nice. Not at all. Just tell me more about your adventures when you next get the chance.
That's Paimon's specialty. Paimon can tell you stories next time.
Alors, quels sont les plans pour demain?
Oh, if you don't mind, how about we all walk around together tomorrow? All of my friends will be working the festival, and Dia's still insisting on her covert protection.
Yeah. It'll be pretty hard to relax and enjoy the festival if Dia's constantly hovering over you, right?
Je te tiendrai compagnie demain. Ce sera plus facile d'obtenir des informations pour ton aide. Avec ton aide.
Then let's meet at the nearby bazaar first thing tomorrow morning. Have a great night.
It's a deal. Good night, Dunyarzad.
I may be too excited to fall asleep tonight. See you tomorrow.
Paimon started to really look forward to the Sub-Zero festival too. Will there be lots of yummy food? Oh no. Thinking about food is just gonna keep Paimon up all night. The earlier we sleep, the better. Let's go inside, traveler.
Tu penses toujours à de la bouffe, Paimon. Tu penses toujours à de la bouffe.
Did we oversleep? We should go meet Dunyarzad right away.
Bon. Ah, ok. Ah. Ah ouais, c'est qu'une petite... Ah ouais, c'est une maison littéralement en fait. Ah. Ah d'accord. Parler à Dunyarzad à l'endroit convenu. Là-bas.
I follow the wind. Time to go.
Et voilà.
Traveler, Paimon, I've been waiting for you two.
Good morning, Dunyarzad. We must have overslept a little bit.
Not at all. I arrived early. Today is finally here. I must cherish every moment as if it were gold.
You've worked so hard for this day. You gotta enjoy it to the fullest.
You know it. Oh, it's just that, as expected, I had some trouble falling asleep last night. I'm hoping my body won't be too much of an issue today. Well, shall we? Let's start with the stalls over there. Many vendors came out of the blue to support the event, and they insisted on covering costs themselves. Let's go give them some business.
They paid for everything out of pocket? Oh, sounds like they're not in this just for the Mora.
They all said that contributing to a lively festival atmosphere is more important than money. Especially since we don't often get to celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday.
Ooh, they're selling food over that way. Let's go take a look.
Ah, déjà. Commence déjà à parler de nourriture, c'est super.
This is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feast.
Haftmewa?
Oh, you could tell straight away. I thought most people nowadays wouldn't know.
Mushrooms, flowers, and all kind of fruit? It's all vegetarian stuff. Aw, Paimon's a little disappointed.
Qu'est-ce que t'as contre les végétariens, Paimon?
So, what's the Haftmewa feast you mentioned just now?
It's another Sub-Zero's festival tradition. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods. Generally speaking, the most common selections are foods like Rukushifa mushrooms, lunar lotuses, SUMERU roses, sunsetias, kapulatas, hara fruits, and zaytun peaches.
So, the Sub-Zero festival is a vegetarian holiday?
You don't have to be a vegetarian to enjoy the spread. We just use the 7 foods to symbolize the 7 virtues of the Dendro Archon.
Wait, but if that's the case, if SUMERU uses vegetarian vegetarian food to represent the Dendro Archon. Then wouldn't the Pyro Archon's festival be full of food like roasted fowl, juicy meatballs, grilled steak?
Oh boy.
Oh, Traveler, we have to go to Natlan as soon as possible.
Calme-toi.
I hope your wish comes true one day, Paimon.
Thanks. All right, how about we also check out some of these other stalls?
Dear
Alchimie.
customers, would you like to try your hand at alchemical divination?
What's alchemical divination? Those two things sound like they'd be fun to try together.
Right? I thought the same when I first heard about it. It is said to be a mysterious craft invented by none other than Lesser Lord Kusanali herself.
So, how does it work?
It's quite simple. After you give me any 2 alchemical reagents, I'll use them to perform a random transmutation.
Sure sounds random. So random that it will probably fail.
No.
That is precisely what we need. After the transmutation fails, your one and only diviner here will interpret the remnants.
Je ne sais pas pourquoi, mais je n'y crois pas. Ça me paraît très peu fiable.
Well, according to Lesser Lord Kusanali, everything is interconnected, and all that occurs can be traced back to fate. You could say this is a pearl of old wisdom.
Why does everything sound so much more credible when Dunyarzad says it? Are you guys working together?
So that's the true wisdom behind it. This young lady sure knows her stuff. So, how about it? Want to give it a try?
D'accord, j'imagine que je peux essayer. Ah. Attendez, faut que je donne 2 objets? Ouais, ok. Je donne complètement juste 2 objets complètement au hasard. Voilà. Déjà, je vais donner ça. Parce que j'en ai énormément. C'est genre la fleur que j'ai récoltée le plus dernièrement. Et bah, je vais te donner ça aussi. Hein. Tiens. Un truc de Liyue, un truc de Mondstadt.
One moment. It's the moon.
Paimon wants to take a look too. Is it? It looks more like a pie that Paimon bit into.
Generally speaking, the moon signifies... It means... Wait a moment.
Is he really looking it up in a book?
Je connais pas ton sujet par
I
cœur.
remember now. It means illusions and lies.
Illusions and lies? That sounds rather ominous.
Yes, but this book says that if you trust your intuition and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
He's not even trying to hide his book anymore.
Naturally, fate will only ever show you the beginning of a journey. It is up to you to forge your own ending. Oh, thank you so much. I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just learning as I go.
Guess that was still pretty interesting. Okay, on to the next stall.
They say the Sub-Zero's festival is very lively a long
On
time
s'en va
ago.
vers le forgeron, je suppose.
Large flower carriages used to parade through the city. As they headed towards Port Ormos, people would throw flowers, candy, and liquor all along the way.
Dunyarzad's eyes are sparkling right now.
I wish I could have seen that spectacle. But if you ask me, I'm sure Nilou's
Ah non,
dance
on
of
s'en va vers
Sub-Zeros
lui en
would be
fait.
just as impressive.
À droite. Ouais, c'est ce que je pensais.
Attention! Soldiers, fall into formation if you want any Yalda candies.
It's a weird guy with a weird hat. Hey, it's Dunyarzad! Wow!
Miss Dunyarzad, the children love you even more than the Yalda candies. In the few short days it took to prepare for the Sub-Zero's festival, the children have all grown very fond of you.
The Hallowed Knight of Flowers. It's an honor that you know my name.
Attention! In the name of Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, I commend you on your contributions to the glorious Sub-Zero's festival. All right, little soldiers.
C'est moi ou il a un
take your
papillon
Yalta candies and
sur son
don't
chapeau?
forget your loyalty to Lesser Lord Kusanali. Dismissed.
Yes, Knight Ferris! Just what is going on here?
Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, is another Sub-Zero's festival icon, and one immensely popular with children. In the past, the actor portraying Ferris would also sit on a flower carriage.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can make such wonderful memories today.
As are we to you, Vihar.
Oh, not at all. Oh, speaking of tradition, do you want some Yalta candies? They're a festival staple, and I happen to have some boxes readied here. Take a look and pick whichever one you want.
Whichever one? Don't these boxes all look the same?
That is the fun part. Each box contains a random flavor. It's up to the luck of the draw. Flavors include lavender melon, hara fruit, sunsetia.
Ooh, those all sound pretty good.
And there's also lizard tail and oni kabuto.
Huh? What's up with those two flavors?
C'est comme les dragées
Kabuto is a
surprises en
little
fait.
spicier than lizard tail.
Dunyarzad, you tried them before? Traveler, help Paimon pick one. Paimon wants the Sunsetia flavor.
Je doute de pouvoir obtenir le goût que tu veux. Il ne faudrait pas m'en vouloir si ce n'est pas ce que tu veux.
It's alright. Paimon believes in you.
I also believe in your intuition.
Great.
Ah bah d'accord.
These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want?
Je suppose que je vais... Attends, ces boîtes sont numérotées de 1 à 5 de gauche à droite. Donc en sachant que la bleue c'est la numéro 2. On va aller pour la 3, celle du milieu. Quoi? Attends, ça fait aucun sens là. Pourquoi ce serait cette boîte là en fait? T'as dit de gauche à droite. Si je dis 1. Comment ça peut être la 1 ça? Mais vous avez mal fait votre job en fait. Ça dit de 1 à 5 de gauche à droite. Donc techniquement cette boîte là serait en fait la 2. Les gars, vous avez mal fait votre job. La numéro 2. Attends une minute. Si la boîte bleue c'est la 1, si l'autre à côté c'est la 2. Ok, c'est parce que eux en fait le truc de gauche à droite c'est ils partent de la bleue pour aller vers la verte. Puis on va sur la rangée en arrière. C'est débile. Donc en fait ce que je veux c'est la numéro 4. En fait, je vais aller pour la numéro 1 étant donné que c'est la seule qui est bleue en fait. Ouais.
Attention! That's unfortunately lizard tail.
Ah d'accord.
Oh, Paimon thought you survived so many epic battles because you had incredible luck. But looks like Paimon was
Hey.
wrong.
Je t'emmerde Paimon,
Sunsetia
ok?
flavored
Je
candy
t'emmerde.
was in box number 4. How
What?
obvious. The
What?
most important thing is that everyone has a good time at the festival. So please, take both boxes.
Les gens, j'ai changé à la dernière seconde. J'étais sur la bonne boîte en fait. J'étais sur la bonne boîte. J'ai changé à la dernière seconde. Juste parce que j'étais attiré par le fait que la boîte était différente des autres. What?
Really? Thanks a lot, Knight of Candies.
Waouh.
It's Night of Flowers, not Night of Candies.
Hein?
Paimon really wilted the carriageless Night of Flowers.
They all basically sound the same. We got our candy, so let's keep going.
Oh, actually, I just remembered that I left something behind. Since you're here, can you come with me to get it?
Pas de problème.
Dunyarzad, you probably forgot because you're so excited about the Sub-Zero's festival.
How embarrassing.
Mais waouh. J'étais à ça d'avoir la bonne boîte en fait. Comme un débile, je l'ai changé à la dernière seconde. Je me dis qu'il y a un pourcentage de chance que les gens auraient choisi la boîte bleue, encore presque la majorité du monde en fait. Ou encore, un autre pourcentage voudrait que les gens choisissent celle du milieu hein, aussi. Ou les extrémités. Les boîtes aux extrémités.
We're too late. Who knew the little lady was such an early riser?
I know, right? Hey, wait a minute. Boss, isn't that her?
C'est quoi votre problème?
Oh, that most certainly is. We're in muck. She's walking right into our clutches.
C'est quoi votre problème?
Those Eremites don't look like they're up to any good.
Who are you? I don't believe the Homayanis hired you.
That's right. We haven't received any of their mora, but I wonder how much the Homayanis would shell out to get you back.
Je peux toujours essayer.
Kidnappers! Traveler, hurry and protect Dunyarzad!
Je connais mon boulot.
Hey, did you scumbags even consider that the Homayanis might have hired a merc that outclasses you?
Hein?
You're... Dia! Dia the Flame Maiden! No wonder we mercs haven't heard anything about you for so long. You sold your unruly mane to the highest bidder.
Don't speak so disrespectfully. My family started working with her as gratitude for her past kindness to us.
Don't worry about it, my lady. Just some friendly banter between mercs. One punch and those rabid dogs will expose themselves for what they really are.
Aren't your claws all dull by now? Don't get too cocky!
Oh, on veut se battre, hein? Regardez celui à droite dans le fond. Il a l'air tellement con.
To a safe location.
No, we're gonna stay and help. There's too many of them.
La priorité absolue de Deia est la sécurité de son employeur.
You're right. All right, fine.
Please be careful.
Est-ce qu'on va jouer Deia?
Don't waste your time worrying about me. This is my job. Look out for yourself.
Non, on va pas jouer Deia vu qu'elle est pas encore, elle est pas encore un perso confirmé dans le jeu pour le moment.
Time to go.
Attends, j'ai 1 minute pour aller jusque là-bas. Vous êtes sérieux? Vous êtes sérieux? Vous m'avez donné 1 minute?
Dunyarzad, are you okay? You look
Vous auriez pu raccourcir pour que ça soit vraiment un vrai défi en fait.
Yeah, I'm fine. My body always reacts like this whenever I exert myself too much.
You sure you're okay?
I'll be fine after some rest. I'm more worried about Dia. After all, none of this would have happened if I hadn't insisted on coming out today.
Ne t'inquiète pas, Deia est forte. Elle te protège parce qu'elle est d'accord avec toi.
Yeah, don't worry.
My lady, traveler, found ya.
Dia, you took care of them so fast.
Any more of them? Or rather, did anyone follow you?
Non, je viens de vérifier.
Dia, your arm.
Oh, this? I'm fine. It's just a scratch. Normally they wouldn't have been able to land a hit on me at all, but...
Attends, est-ce que ça faisait partie de son skin ou ça a été ajouté à la dernière seconde?
Please, let me take a closer look.
Come on, it's nothing. Us mercs aren't as fragile as you think.
Hold on, you said something about a new greatsword. What happened to the one you were using before?
About that. Well, I sold it, because I was low on Mora. Stuff like this happens every now and then.
Ah bah je peux te la racheter, hein.
It can't be. The anonymous donation that was used for the venue's final round of preparations?
Hey, Miss Dunyarzad, I wasn't trying to make you cry, and I'm not gonna lose my commission because I made my employer cry, am I?
Okay, making your employer cry won't affect your commission, but selling her weapon without permission and getting hurt? I'll have to reevaluate your performance.
You're so unreasonable, my lady.
Thank you very much, Dia.
Don't be like that. I get embarrassed really easily.
Are you feeling unwell again, Dunyarzad?
My lady, your condition. Traveler, can you take her somewhere to rest? I'll look around the area to make sure we're safe from an ambush.
Je m'en occupe.
Truly. I'm sorry for the trouble, everyone.
Bon bah ça redescend encore plus bas.
Are you feeling better, Dunyarzad?
Yes, much better. Just give me a few moments and I'll be good to go.
Deya avait l'air très soucieuse de ton état de santé. Quelle est la gravité de ton état?
I didn't realize you were concerned about it. I guess I shouldn't continue to keep it a secret. I was actually born with Elazar. It's terminal now.
Oh. Eleazar.
Can't believe it's Elazar.
Oh, you've already heard of Elazar. In that case, you probably know about its severity. Sumeru's current medical advancements still haven't been able to find a cure. The disease's progression can only be delayed through environmental therapy.
Dunyarzad.
There's no need to be sad. I've always lived with Elazar and I came to terms with it a long time ago. Compared to the simple fact that I'm afflicted with this, its effects on my life have been much more painful. I know that my family loves me dearly. They've done all they can to provide the best environment for me so that I can live for that much longer. However, did you know?
Oups.
Before I ran away from home,
Jésus. Tu
the
voulais pas appuyer
world
sur le
outside
bouton.
of my home didn't even know that I existed. Since I was a child, all I could do was sit on my bed and stare at everything outside of my window. I'm sure my family's worried and disappointed in me for running away, but I just didn't want to have any regrets. I wanted to meet other people.
Je regardais complètement dans le vide en fait.
Nothing more beautiful than being able to meet and speak with others. Not to mention the incredible time spent preparing for the festival. The joy
Le perso nous regardait vers notre direction.
And all the support I've received from friends like Dia. This way, when my final day does arrive, it will be less sorrowful. At the very least, many people will remember that I once existed in this world, right?
Je sais pas quoi répondre en vrai.
As long as you don't forget Paimon, Paimon also won't forget about you. No, even if you forget Paimon, Paimon will still remember you.
Thank you two so much. I apologize for the depressing conversation. This is out of character for me. To be honest, Lesser Lord Kusanali gave me the courage to do all of this. If it weren't for her encouragement, I wouldn't have taken that first step.
C'est toi qui es restée forte face à la maladie. Tu es déjà très forte de ne pas abandonner.
Thanks. There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets.
Exactement, c'est une bonne façon de voir les choses.
Oh, right. Isn't it almost time?
Huh? Almost time for what?
Isn't the Dance of Sub-Zeros about to begin? It's the part of the festival that I've been looking forward to the most. Nilu will recreate that legendary scene with her most splendid dancing. And the Sub-Zeros festival will conclude amid everyone's applause and blessings. And with that, my wish will also...
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go to the stage!
Yeah, we should still make it in time.
Bon, et ben c'est fait. Rendez-vous au Grand Bazar. Ah, donc ça y est, le festival va enfin commencer. Oh, 2 petites secondes. Étant donné que je suis là, je vais m'occuper des expéditions. Je vais continuer à en chercher le plus possible. Sinon, un petit peu de viande, ça fait pas de mal non plus. On va aller chercher ça aussi. Je devrais vraiment faire plus de diversité en fait dans les expéditions. Une paire de minutes. Corley n'a pas d'effet de... Elle n'a pas d'effet spécial. Ok. Bon. Bon bah pour le coup on va se rendre au festival hein.
Were you not aware that the law prohibits this type of performance from taking place without prior permission?
Ah, c'est sérieux?
Over there! Someone's yelling at Nilu!
I think I just saw the Academia's Grand Sage. Why is he here in person?
But the Dance of Sub-Zeros is one of the key parts of the Sub-Zeros festival. If we can't perform it...
The Sub-Zeros festival. The law also prohibits the private hosting of large-scale religious festivals. Only the Academia can host such an event.
Mais je t'emmerde.
If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organizer. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
How did things turn out like this?
The Academia was originally responsible for the Sub-Zeros festival, but they failed this responsibility for many years. I need to speak with them.
Il va pas... Ils ont une autorité absolue en la matière. Si on leur force trop la main, les choses pourraient dégénérer.
This is a hard pill to swallow, but you're right. Things would only get worse.
Art, dance. Aren't you ashamed of pursuing such frivolous and meaningless activities in this land of knowledge and reason?
Mais je t'emmerde!
Our Archon created the utopia that is Sumeru City for all scholars who sought validity, verity, and truth, while people like you wish to defile it.
No.
Oh, espèce d'emmerdeur.
Our Archon never rejected the arts. Even the goddess of flowers dedicated a dance to her.
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me. What you should be doing is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore.
Mais je te foutrais mon coup de pied au cul, ouais.
When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyargarbaha Day that prohibits public art performances. We will announce it to the public later via the Akasha.
Understood. I will inform him when I return.
The Sub-Zeru's festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content.
Ah, ils sont vraiment pris dans le passé, hein, ces espèces d'enfoirés.
Are you okay?
Oh, Dunyarzad. You all saw that just now? The Grand Sage ordered us to stop the performance.
Yeah.
Let's go somewhere the Academia can't find us and perform there. But how do we let everyone know? And what about the atmosphere and the stage? Or we could get people to block them off so they can't interrupt the performance. No. They just threatened to investigate the organizers. If we were caught...
Nilu, it's alright. Don't worry about it.
But you've been looking forward to the Dance of Sub-Zero so much. And I know how important this festival is to you. I don't want you to have any regrets.
It's okay. Seeing you care this much about my feelings is more than enough. It would be too risky to continue the Sub-Zero's festival at this point. I don't want to get everyone in trouble.
If you say so. But you can sneak out for the next Sub-Zero's festival, right? We'll make sure the next one is a smashing success.
The next one. Yes. Okay. It's a promise.
Je suis pas sûr qu'elle pourra assister au prochain. Hein. Yeah.
I can't believe this is how things turned out. Those heartless geezers.
Est-ce qu'on peut faire quelque chose? Autre chose? Est-ce qu'on devrait trouver un autre moyen?
It really is okay. There's nothing we can do about it. Still, I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Milu's dance.
Le festival Sub-Zero est contraint de s'arrêter brutalement. Aïe aïe aïe. Mais quelle bande d'emmerdeurs.
A lot happened today. It's a shame the festival ended the way it did. Nilu and Dunyarzad promised to make the next Sub-Zero's festival a success, but Dunyarzad is running out of time.
Ce serait peut-être quelque chose qu'elle regrette toujours. Je suis sûr que elle en a conscience elle aussi.
Yeah.
Wow. Il se passe quoi là? Ok, on arrête la lecture automatique. La puissance a commencé à se propager depuis.
We're gonna be late! It's all because you wouldn't get out of bed! We should go meet Dunyarzad right away!
Parler de Nunzan à l'endroit convenu. Ok. Ça c'est bizarre par contre.
Good morning, Dunyarzad. Sorry we're late.
Not at all. I arrived early.
You seem kinda tired. Did you not get enough sleep?
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry. Shall we go? Let's start with the stalls over there.
Sure! Traveler? Why are you just standing there? Let's get going!
Ok.
over that way. Let's go take a look.
Là par contre c'est vraiment bizarre.
This is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feast.
Wait, what?
You are quite well informed, miss. I thought most people nowadays wouldn't know.
Whoa, wait a minute. Il se passe quoi là? Ça se répète? Je suis pas en train de... On se fout pas de ma gueule là, Là il y a... C'est exactement les mêmes lignes, mais dites de façon différente.
They're all plants. Oh, Paimon's a little disappointed.
Paimon?
Actually, what is the Haftmewa feast you mentioned just now?
What the hell? C'est quoi, tout le monde a complètement oublié? Ou je suis pris dans un rêve?
It's one of the Subzerus festival's traditions. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods to symbolize the 7 virtues of the Dendro Archon.
Ça me paraît étrangement familier.
Appear to be in the form of the moon.
Wow, ok, là ça devient bizarre.
Really? Paimon thought it looked like some kind of food.
Là ça commence à devenir bizarre.
The moon signifies... It's escaping me for now. Wait a moment.
Is he really looking it up in a book?
Oh, right.
Mensonge et
It means
illusion.
illusions and lies.
Ok.
But if you trust your intuition and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
Et j'ai l'impression d'avoir déjà entendu ça. Est-ce une impression de déjà vu?
Understood. I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just learning as I go.
Guess that was still pretty interesting. Okay, on to the next stall.
Wow.
So, where to next?
Est-ce que je suis encore pris dans un... Je suis encore pris dans un rêve, non? L'histoire des bonbons encore une fois.
All right, soldiers. Now that you have your Yalta candies, don't forget your loyalty to Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Ok, c'est vraiment bizarre.
Yes, Knight Varys!
Attendez une seconde. Ok. Phew.
All right, soldiers.
Excusez-moi, il y a eu un problème au niveau de la connexion du jeu. Et c'est pas moi. C'est pas moi qui a eu un problème, c'est vraiment le jeu qui a eu un problème.
Yes, Knight Varys!
Ouais, on a compris tout ça, on a compris tout ça.
What's going on?
Ferris, the Night of Flowers, is another Subzerus festival icon and one immensely
C'est bizarre,
popular
elle a
with
l'air
children.
plus triste. Elle a l'air plus triste que la première fois qu'on l'a fait.
It's
Aucune
all
émotion.
thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can meet the Night of Flowers. Oh, do you want some Yalta candies? I happen to have some boxes ready here. Take a look and pick whichever one you want.
Ou est-ce que c'est Kusanali qui nous a plongé dans une illusion? Excusez-moi, je vais reformuler ma phrase. Est-ce que ce serait pas Kusanali qui nous aurait plongé dans une illusion en fait?
What's to pick? Don't these boxes all look the same?
It's not that simple. Each box contains a random flavor. It's up to the luck of the draw. Flavors include lavender melon, hara fruit, sunsetia.
Ooh, how...
And there's also lizard...
Oh, what? Traveler, help Paimon...
Great!
Ok.
These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from
Donc
left...
c'est la 4. Techniquement, ouais.
Ah, excellently chosen. Number 4 is indeed sunsetia.
Yeah. Mais cette fois-ci... Mais ça, c'est pas parce que je le sais.
Paimon bet you had incredible luck, and Paimon was right!
Ça, je ne pense pas que c'était de la chance. Non, pas du tout. Je ne sais pas pourquoi, mais je savais que c'était le numéro 4.
Huh? How's that possible? It's obviously random.
Pourquoi je n'arrête pas d'avoir cette impression de déjà-vu?
Maybe we didn't sleep very well last night. Or maybe we slept too much.
Pardon, est-ce que tu peux m'excuser un moment?
Oh, sure.
Huh? Where are you going? You're just gonna walk off like that?
Le goût de déjà-vu. Ah, attendez, j'ai reçu quelque chose. Ah! Petite récompense. Let's go! Choisissez vous-même la boîte de bonbons saveur pomme crépusculaire. Ok. Paimon, on va avoir une petite discussion, toi et moi. Là, j'avoue que la perte de connexion du serveur de Genshin, ça m'a un peu effrayé par contre.
A feeling of deja vu?
Déjà vu.
Oh, Paimon knows what that is. It's when you feel like you've already experienced whatever is going on. In that case, Paimon also felt something like that today. But that's just our brains playing tricks on us, isn't it?
Nope.
So, why'd you run here in such a hurry?
Je veux faire quelque chose que je ne ferais pas en temps normal. Je veux voir si je peux me débarrasser de ce sentiment de déjà-vu.
So that's it! You're intentionally doing things you usually wouldn't and seeing if you still get that same feeling of deja vu.
Welcome, you two. Are you here for lunch? What would you like to eat?
Un charbon coco, s'il vous plaît.
Got it. You don't look like you're from these parts, but I gotta say, you've got good taste. I'll give this
Attends, quoi?
order to the kitchen.
Wow, wait a minute. Même lui, on dirait que c'est comme si c'est la première fois qu'il nous rencontrait, en fait. Yo, c'est bizarre.
Coconut charcoal cake? Isn't it that burned thing that didn't look tasty at all?
Toi aussi, Paimon, tu as oublié.
Oh, Paimon understands what you're trying to do now. You'd never normally order something like this. That thing? Are you really gonna eat it?
Oui.
Isn't this going a bit too far?
Non, c'est parti.
How was it? The look on your face is telling Paimon that
No.
it tasted awful. Then, you mean...
Attendez, excusez-moi, j'ai... Non, en fait, c'était très bon. Cette saveur, j'en ai déjà mangé.
That's impossible! We were just talking about how gross it looked! So, would this be a case of taste bud deja vu?
On dirait que j'ai déjà essayé ça. On dirait que c'est le moment... Ah, c'est peut-être le moment où on s'est installé l'appareil sur l'oreille, en fait. Ce serait ça? Parce que c'est grâce à ça que l'académie contrôle les gens, en fait. Le truc te fait effacer tes souvenirs d'expériences que tu as déjà faites pour faire comme si c'était la première fois que tu l'avais faite. Ok, je pars trop loin dans le délire, en fait.
Paimon also gets the impression that we've been here many times, even though we
Et
are
voilà.
regulars.
Et voilà. Paimon ne sait même pas non plus qu'elle est déjà venue ici. C'est fou, ça.
How about we go out again and try something else?
Très bonne idée, Paimon. Ok, quitter la taverne de Lombad. Attends. Je vais peut-être t'acheter un peu de ta cuisine, mon cher. Histoire d'avoir encore un peu plus de stuff dans l'inventaire. Ça va faire longtemps par contre que j'ai pas refait le plein de bouffe. Et hop, des haricots glabres. Ah, ça c'est nouveau ça. Et au moins on en a déjà une centaine, donc c'est déjà bon. Recette shawarma. Soupe de pois menthe et rouleau au poisson de lambade. Ok, intéressant. Je suis pas retourné dans ma sérénité ailleurs depuis un bout. Hein. Faudrait que j'y retourne. Faudrait que j'y retourne un moment. Mais je le ferai après l'émission.
Is sitting by yourself on that bench over there.
Ah.
What a coincidence, Dunyarzad. We meet again. Why are you sitting here all by yourself?
Oh, I ran into some kidnappers just now, but thankfully Dia came to my rescue. I started to feel unwell after that, so I sat down here.
C'est vrai, il y avait ceux qui étaient venus la kidnapper.
Oh my goodness, are you hurt?
Non, mais Denia, oui.
I'm okay. His arm got scratched, but it isn't serious.
Whew. That's a big relief. But, Dunyarzad, you seem a little down today. It's the SUMERU festival, and you've been looking forward to it so much.
Not at all. I've always been like this. Excessive physical exertion or strong emotions tend to aggravate my illness. Besides, no matter how amazing today may be, it is but a single day. After however many more days, my time will come to an end.
Paimon doesn't quite follow you. And Paimon feels like something's really got you down right now.
Je suis désolé de t'avoir laissé tout à l'heure.
It really is fine. I don't mind.
Je viens de faire l'expérience d'événements étranges. As-tu remarqué quelque chose qui sortait de l'ordinaire?
Huh? Did something happen?
Dunyarzad, have you ever felt déjà vu? You know, like when you've already experienced something that's happening right now?
Deja vu? No. But my days have been the same for years now. Even if I were feeling deja vu, I suppose I would already be used to it.
Oh, Paimon sees. Then, is it only the two of us?
Ok.
It's almost time.
Huh? Time for what?
Le festival.
Nilou's Dance of Sub-Zerus is about to begin. Let's go.
Ouais, mais ils vont encore être là, eux autres. Mais du coup, ça va faire quoi si on s'interpose avec eux, par contre? Est-ce que ça va aggraver la situation, ou...
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are
Voilà, encore ces imbéciles.
What you should be doing is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore. When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyagarbha Day that prohibits public art performances.
Ou c'est peut-être Kusanali qui veut qu'on s'interpose à cette à ça en fait.
The Sub-Zeru's festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content.
Non. On peut pas s'interposer? Non? Ah bon.
Nilou, are you okay?
Ça commence à faire un peu beaucoup en fait.
GeekYoshii, the Grand Sage ordered us to stop the performance.
It's okay. There's nothing we can do about it.
But you've been really looking forward to this. I don't want you to have any regrets.
Ça se répète les mêmes dialogues.
I don't want to cause trouble for anyone. Didn't the Grand Sage say that he might investigate the organizers?
True, but... well, okay. I'll just have to try again next year.
The next festival. I probably won't be around by then.
Wait, what did you just say?
Oh.
No, nothing. I'll be heading back to rest. Thank you for your help, everyone.
Paimon can't believe what those heartless geezers did!
C'est vraiment dommage. Mais pour une raison ou une autre, ça avait l'air inévitable.
Did GeekYoshii already go back? We should also return and get some sleep.
Le festival est contraint de s'arrêter brutalement. Ça se répète encore une deuxième fois en fait. Il doit y avoir quelque chose qui fait en sorte qu'on va pouvoir briser ce cercle en fait.
You still couldn't figure out what that deja vu feeling was all about?
Nope.
Maybe it really was.
À moins que ce soit Kusanali qui nous le fait répéter pour qu'on puisse briser ce cercle en fait. C'est vrai que je me sens un peu fatigué. Je n'y avais pas pensé mais j'ai la tête lourde.
Same here. That's why Paimon stopped thinking about it halfway through the day. Then, how about we settle in and get a good night's sleep? For now, we can chalk things up to exhaustion. We can do more thinking tomorrow.
Y'a un écureuil! Excusez-moi.
Observing a modest drop in the output of Jnana energy, but values still remain within normal parameters.
On est pris dans un laboratoire. On est pris dans un laboratoire en plein rêve. On est dans un laboratoire. On est un cobaye. On est un cobaye. Faut qu'on sorte du rêve. Ça devient genre noir et blanc, c'est bizarre.
Anyway, we should go meet GeekYoshii right away.
On est un cobaye. La continuation du festival Sub-Zero. Oh, c'est bizarre. Ah ouais, non, 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 là je suis... Là je trouve ça vraiment bizarre.
Good morning, Dinyarzad. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Not at all. I arrived early.
Elle a l'air encore plus triste que d'habitude là. Là ça va pas du tout hein.
Huh? Paimon thinks you sound kinda tired. Did you not get enough sleep?
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry. Shall we go? Let's start with the stalls over there.
Great idea! Let's get going!
Non, ça... Non. Ça ne va pas du tout. Ça me semble bien trop familier. J'ai une très forte impression de déjà vu. Faut qu'on arrive à briser le cycle en fait. Sauf qu'on sait pas exactement comment. Hein.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can enjoy the Sub-Zero's festival.
On est directement au vendeur de bonbons. Whoa.
Oh, are you interested in Yalda candies? I have some boxes of candy here. Pick whichever one you want.
Okay.
Not much of a choice. All these boxes look the same.
It's not that simple. Each box contains a random flavor. It's up to the luck of the draw. Flavors include lavender melon, hara fruit, sunsetia.
Oui, on a compris. Et queue de lézard et scarabrutto.
They all sound pretty tasty.
And there's also lizard tail and oni kabuto.
Huh? What were those last two? He'll help me choose. Paimon wants to eat the sunsetia flavor.
No problem. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want?
On va faire différent cette fois. Attends, quoi? What the hell? Ok. Ok, là c'est creepy par contre. Alors, j'ai le choix entre la numéro 4, la 4, la 4, la 4, et encore la 4. Eh ben, je vais prendre la 4.
Oh, I like your confidence. No hesitation at all. Oh, congratulations! Number 4 is indeed Sunsetia.
Les gens, ça ne va pas du tout. Ah, yo, ça va pas du tout. Hein?
Paimon's not really interested in the other flavors.
Attends. Qu'est-ce que j'ai fait? Le numéro 1, c'est que de lézard. Oh!
Ah! Wait. How did you know? Don't tell me that you already knew which flavor was in each box.
What? He was right about all of them?
That couldn't have been luck. How is this possible? I packed all those boxes this morning and they've been sealed ever since. You couldn't have known beforehand.
Comment t'expliquer, mon cher?
Mind reading? X-ray vision? Or some kind of magic trick? This is way too freaky.
Tell us what's going on. Since when did you get superpowers?
Ce n'est pas des super pouvoirs. Je le savais. Je le savais. Ok, soit on est un cobaye dans un laboratoire présentement, soit que c'est Kusanali qui nous le fait répéter à chaque fois.
Hey, where are you going? What's going on? Did you see something?
Ok, Kusanali.
Us leaving Dunyarzad without letting her know is kinda rude, you know.
C'est terminé, on arrête de jouer. Reviens ici! Elle a pris de la forme de l'oiseau.
What are you looking for? Why did we come here?
Elle est devenue un oiseau. Une silhouette familière, un fort sentiment de déjà-vu.
Traveler?
Oh. Là-bas.
That's...
Je le savais. Je le savais. Ça commence à devenir freaky. Ok, je te tiens, Kusanali. Hello there. Là, faut pas jouer avec nos nerfs comme ça, hein. Wow. Il était encore avec nous il y a un instant. Quoi?
What's happening here? Why are there two Dunyarzad's? You already know that this isn't your first Sub-Zero's festival, don't you? I'm sure you already know how to use this.
Un concentré de connaissances.
A knowledge capsule? Where did you get it? What's inside?
Wow. Donnez-moi 2 secondes.
You should use it too, Paimon. You know Paimon? Well, this seems kinda sketchy, but Paimon feels like this is what we should do. This is our 20th time at the Sub-Zero's festival? Huh? No. The 30th? 40th?
Ok, ça c'est bizarre.
Been to the Sub-Zero's festival! Have we been trapped in a single day? If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have even realized.
Oh, elle est tellement cute.
What the heck was inside that knowledge capsule? Your memories are still scrambled? Try your best to remember. This isn't the first time we've met, and I answered that question a long time ago.
Ouais, sur l'archipel doré, mon cher. Remember.
What Paimon think? Oh, it's coming back. Meeting you was the real catalyst for restoring our memories, and the knowledge capsule was just your means of showing our minds the way. What about everyone else? Why are you only helping the two of us? Your sense of deja vu is stronger than everyone else's, yes? As for an explanation, you two received the blessing of Dendro, and you also have special, sensitive constitutions. It was as if a single sheet of paper was separating those memories from your consciousness.
Attendez un peu. Ah ok, c'est bon. Excusez-moi, hein, il y a eu un petit souci avec le micro. Là c'est réglé. Comme si une simple feuille de papier avait séparé ses souvenirs de votre conscient. Qu'est-ce qui ne va pas avec elle?
A familiar question. I think this is the 7th time you asked that.
Quoi?
As you can see, she isn't doing well. You probably sensed it too. The Dunyarzad you were just with is different from the first Dunyarzad you met. That first Dunyarzad is in front of you right now, and she doesn't have a lot of time left.
Ce que je dois faire maintenant, c'est briser ce cycle infernal.
Looks like you're almost done sorting out your brain.
Mais c'est ça, mais du coup, c'est l'objet, c'est l'appareil sur l'oreille, en fait, qui cause tous ces trucs, en fait.
Oh yeah, I'm Nahida.
Nahida. Nahida. Donc, mais du coup, c'est toi, Kusanagi? Kusanagi, ça doit être ton nom de... ton nom d'Archon, dans le fond.
Good, you passed the test. What's happening? You can awaken our memories, and you seem like you know what's going on. Oh, wait, please don't tell Paimon even you don't know. Everything in this world runs in a loop. This cycle is called the samsara. You, me, and everyone else are all stuck inside the one-day samsara.
Okay.
As for the truth, that's on you to find out. If you were told the truth instead of discovering it yourselves, it would literally blow your minds. I don't know how you'd be after that. I can only give you surface level help, like bits of information and subtle hints. For the rest of the time, I'll be doing all I can to slow down Dunyarzad's illness. She looks like she isn't doing well at all. Her illness gets worse after each Sub-Zero's festival. If we can break out of the samsara, I might be able to save her. But as things are right now, she's just a small bird in the sky that's about to lose its last feathers. All I can do is raise a gale to delay her fall. You sure love to use weird analogies.
Huh.
Analogies are wonderful tools. They let you use existing knowledge to understand unfamiliar things.
Je commence déjà à l'apprécier.
Okay, so, with what you know so far, what do you think the truth is?
Laissez-moi un moment pour rassembler mes pensées. Oh! Lorsque vous passez en état de méditation, vous pouvez choisir n'importe quel morceau de texte pour l'interpréter. Ce processus d'interprétation implique l'analyse du texte et permet d'activer de nouveaux morceaux. Une fois l'interprétation terminée, vous pouvez soumettre le texte entier en guise de conclusion. Certains morceaux de texte peuvent être associés à d'autres une fois interprétés. Appuyez sur Associer pour choisir un autre morceau de texte, puis sélectionnez Activer l'association. Vous pouvez obtenir de nouveaux morceaux de texte en effectuant les associations adéquates. Si l'un des morceaux de texte de la page en cours peut être utilisé comme conclusion, sélectionnez-le avant de choisir Conclure. Samsara du festival Sub-Zero, Discours du grand sage, Résultat de divination alchimiste, Déjà vu, Fatigue mentale anormale.
My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. What is going on? What's happening right now seems to have happened before. This feeling has been getting stronger and stronger.
Je trouve ça cool qu'il donne au je pense que c'est Xander, je pense son nom. La voix de Ether, du voyageur en fait. Je trouve ça cool qu'il lui donne un peu plus de doublage à faire.
The moon, illusions and lies. What do they all mean?
Discours du grand sage.
The grand sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content." Did he mean something more? We've already experienced the Sub-Zero's festival many times, and The day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara.
Ok. Donc en fait, c'est ça le truc de conclure. Ah! Ah, ok, il faut l'associer. Ok, attendez une minute. Le samsara du festival Sub-Zero. Donc, ce qui fait que ça se répète continuellement. Ça peut pas être le discours... Est-ce que ça peut être le discours du grand sage, peut-être? Non. C'est trop bizarre. Déjà vu, attendez.
What's happening right now seems to have happened before. This feeling has been getting stronger and stronger.
Ok.
My mind feels exhausted.
Résultat de divination alchimique.
The moon, illusions.
Si je fais une association avec déjà vu. Oh! On a un nouveau. Ok. Boucle temporelle.
That should be it. The flow of time is endlessly cycling within one single day.
Donc le samsara, c'est une boucle temporelle. Donc c'est ça. Donc on conclut.
A time loop. You've given similarly wrong answers in the past.
Vraiment?
A pity. Still the wrong answer? Paimon thought that made a lot of sense. It feels like time's just repeating itself. A simple time loop can't explain some of the phenomena. You two are still missing a lot of information.
Ok. Donc on retourne en méditation, je suppose?
Give you any more hints. Dunyarzad. The Sub-Zero's festival is happening every day, but that doesn't mean we can waste an infinite amount of them. Hurry and find the truth before today's festival ends.
Attendez. Ce n'est pas parce que le festival a lieu tous les jours que vous avez un nombre d'essais illimité.
Let's think about our current situation. To save Dunyarzad, we have to escape the samsara of the Sub-Zero's festival. And to do that, we need to figure out what's happening. The truth. Nahida rejected the idea of a time loop, so we must have missed something, right?
Ok.
Paimon's memories say that we've already done this many times, but let's go talk to people again. It's more productive than sitting here and scratching our heads. Why don't we start with those stall owners?
C'est peut-être le truc d'alchimie en fait. En tout cas, une chose est sûre, c'est que c'est extrêmement vide comme place en fait.
Hey, it's you guys again. Where's your cultured friend?
Non, c'est le grand sage. Non, d'après moi, c'est le discours du grand sage en fait. Parce que si l'académie a le contrôle sur la population, c'est à partir de l'appareil qu'on a sur l'oreille. Donc ce qui veut dire que c'est eux qui font répéter les événements pour être sûr que les festivals n'ont jamais lieu. Peut-être ça aussi.
She's feeling a little unwell.
I see. Did you come back to buy something? I guarantee the freshness of my products. I harvested them from the forest just yesterday.
Avez-vous déjà eu l'impression de revivre le même jour?
Huh? What brought this about? I hurried back from the forest yesterday, and I'm selling produce here today. I haven't felt anything strange.
To put it another way, if you really think about it, was yesterday truly yesterday? Did you actually come back from the forest yesterday?
What kind of philosophical nonsense is this? Are you two daydreaming? Didn't you know that no one dreams in Sumeru? Go somewhere else if you want to find someone to daydream with.
He actually has a point. Is this a dream? Is everyone dreaming?
Les habitants de Sumeru ne rêvent pas. Donc les gens ne dorment pas? Est-ce que c'est ça que ça veut dire en fait? Les gens à Sumeru ne dorment pas, donc c'est ce qui fait qu'ils ont le contrôle sur eux?
True. It's so weird that people here don't dream. Why is that? Anyway, if this all really were just a dream, we would have woken up a long time ago. Let's keep asking around.
J'ai l'impression qu'on se rapproche un peu plus de la vérité en fait.
Oh, it's you two. Was my divination so accurate that you felt compelled to compliment me in person?
Mais il n'est pas sûr que ce soit lié à votre divination. On a rencontré des phénomènes intéressants.
Ooh, I knew it! I told you, the god's divination is highly accurate. You just hadn't fully understood its significance yet.
You're really excited about this, huh? That's exactly why we came back. Help us better understand it.
Help you better understand it? Well, that isn't exactly what I excel at.
So, you're admitting that you don't have a clue?
Anyway, what kind of situation did you get into?
Vous avez déjà prédit notre avenir à de nombreuses fois. On est tous piégés dans la journée du festival Sub-Zero.
Huh? Hold on a second. I thought you guys just lost your wallet or fell for a scam. What you just said, are you serious? Does that kind of thing actually happen in real life?
I knew you weren't going to believe it.
Marvelous. Truly marvelous. I believe you. Recall the interpretation of your divination. The moon, illusions, and lies. It really felt like an omen.
C'est le seul qui s'en souvienne en fait. Donc en fait, c'est l'alchimie divinatoire.
When you say it like that, the divination does sound like it's related to what's going on. Can you read any more into it?
Non, c'est vrai, ok, non, on vient de ok, non, en fait, on l'avait déjà vu au début, on est juste revenu. Ouais, non, là, ok, dans ce cas-là, non. C'est...
I believe that the Archon's revelations are never more than vague hints. Anything more specific is beyond the reach of mere mortals. The book only says, if you trust your instincts and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
So that's how it is. Looks like fortune-telling is just fortune-telling. It's no good for practical problems. We haven't made any progress. Who else can we talk to?
Retournons parler à Deia.
Paimon remembers that we tried talking to her a couple of times, but she always thinks we're playing pranks on her. You think she'll brush us off again?
Essayons de l'emmener voir la vraie Dunyarzad.
Yeah, if we tap into Dia's strong sense of responsibility as a mercenary, then she'll definitely take us seriously. At this time of day, Dia's probably just finished beating up those kidnappers. Let's go find her.
Ok. Et on a Dunyarzad qui est juste à côté en plus.
Fine, my lady. It's just a scratch.
Perfect timing. Both of you are here.
Paimon, traveler, you came at just the right time. Listen, there was a dangerous
Un gang de kidnappeurs vient de vous attendre en embuscade.
Huh? You saw? Then why didn't you jump in earlier? If someone was protecting Miss Dunyarzad, I could have went all out. Anyway, can you do something for me?
You want the traveler to take Dunyarzad somewhere to rest up while you check to see if there's still any kidnappers around. Did Paimon get that right?
How did you know what I was going to say?
No.
We need to say something convincing.
Sumérien sans rêve, l'espadon de Deia, résultat de divination, fatigue mentale anormale.
My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. What is going on? The moon illusions. Dia sold her greatsword to raise additional funds, and then she was injured because she wasn't used to her new weapon. People in Sumeru don't dream. What a strange phenomenon.
Je peux aller sur la conclusion de l'espadon dans le fond?
Tell her, Traveler.
Vous avez été blessé parce que vous n'êtes pas habitué à cette lame. Vous avez vendu votre ancienne lame pour faire une donation au festival. Huh.
I didn't tell anyone about that. Including Miss Dunyarzad. You couldn't have known. And just now, you literally took the words right out of my mouth. What's going on?
Alright, so this is the situation.
Okay.
It's kinda hard to believe what you just told me. First, let me make something clear. Most of us desert dwellers might not be the scholarly type, but we do have basic common sense.
N'avez-vous pas remarqué quelque chose d'inhabituel chez votre employeur?
She's quieter than usual. Uninterested in anything and really gloomy.
Plus elle devient silencieuse, plus j'ai comme l'impression qu'elle est en train de mourir de plus en plus là.
Yeah, she isn't the same as before, but her parents said that this is how she was like at first.
Elle était comme ça par le passé.
Huh? At first?
I don't quite understand what you're all talking about. I'll go rest on the bench over there.
My lady, are you angry?
Venez avec moi, je vais vous montrer les preuves.
All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt since you knew about my greatsword. Let's make this a quick trip. Miss Dunyarzad isn't completely safe here.
Ok. Et là, on va l'emmener complètement à l'autre bout. Donc on va se téléporter au lieu de faire tout le chemin. Direct, hein? Ça a eu ses bons petits côtés d'aller chercher tous les points de téléportation.
Time to go.
Comme d'habitude.
Time to go.
Et on y est de retour.
Nahida, we brought a friend.
Nahida.
Are you busy? I thought I told you that it won't help to bring anyone here. We just wanted her to see the real Dunyarzad's condition.
The real Dunyarzad? Where and who are you talking to?
Uh-oh.
Huh? I told you that you two are special. Other people can't see me or Miss Dunyarzad here.
Ah, schnout. T'as pas comme une impression?
Hold on. Over there. Is that?
Oh, là, elle commence à la voir.
Wow. How perceptive. Does she have invisible antennae?
Nah.
Miss Dunyarzad, she's lying down here, isn't she? How's she doing?
Her condition's really bad, and she's basically in a coma. How did you know she was here?
Mm-hmm.
I can sense her aura. There are also lingering feelings of something like regret or disappointment.
Oh.
What happened?
Dea a quelque chose de spécial par contre.
Do you believe us now? The Sub-Zero's festival has been repeating itself.
Commencer de discuter du problème avec Dea.
You think the sages are behind this?
Ouais, c'est exactement ce que je pense. Yes, on commence à rentrer dans le petit cercle que je m'étais fait, du fait que c'est l'académie qui est responsable de tout ça.
Yeah, they've always been against us. Wouldn't surprise me if they're using the Akasha to intentionally repeat the Sub-Zeru's festival as a sick joke.
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, The Academia's sages are the only ones in Sumeru who could pull off something like this. Maybe there's more to the Akasha than we know.
Nahida, pouvez-vous nous en dire plus sur l'Akasha?
Right! Didn't you awaken our memories using something that looked like a knowledge capsule? That means you must know something about the Akasha!
The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power.
Wait a minute.
It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people.
Donc les sages de Sumeru, de l'Académie, sont en possession du gnosis de l'Archon Dendro. Ce qui veut dire que Kusanali n'a pas le gnosis. Ok. Oh, la bande de petits niais. Donc les sages font exprès de répéter les jours, étant donné que pour eux, c'est quelque chose qui sont... Pour eux, ça devrait pas exister, en fait. Donc ils souhaitent que répéter les mêmes journées pour faire en sorte que toutes les décisions soient prises de manière différente, pour éviter que ça aille contre ce qu'ils veulent, en fait.
A gnosis could do that? No wonder the Akasha is so magical. It's being powered by the gnosis of Sumeru's Archon.
Et de cette manière, ils ont le contrôle total sur la population de Sumeru.
So, this Nahida you mentioned, what did she say?
She said, and Paimon quotes, "The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and it grants knowledge to the people."
Compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people. Wait.
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a?
I get the grants knowledge part. That's what people have always used the Akasha for. But compiling the entire populace's wisdom? How does that work?
Ils sont en train de littéralement utiliser toute la connaissance de chacun d'entre nous, en fait.
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha?
Les informations de l'Akasha proviennent de l'Irminsul, rappelle-toi.
Oh yeah, that sounds about right. What do you think?
Nouvelle situation de réflexion, ouais.
People in Sumeru don't dream. What a strange phenomenon.
Fatigue mentale anormale, non. Sensation de déjà vu.
Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people. My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. What is going on?
La fatigue mentale est possiblement le fait qu'il récolte la connaissance, ce qui épuise le cerveau de la personne qu'ils sont en train de collecter, en fait.
What's happening right now seems to have happened before.
You mean the Akasha is causing our mental fatigue? Huh.
Yep.
Now that I think about it, my head's been feeling unusually heavy. When the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, a sage once said, knowledge always comes at a price. Compiling the entire country's knowledge. You think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from us?
Mais comment?
Who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge into our heads, so who's to say that it can't also poke around in there? We don't know any specifics.
What's the point of doing something like that?
Just think about it. If you could combine the knowledge of every single person in Sumeru, then you can basically turn Sumeru City into a single massive brain. This hive mind could make breakthroughs in problems that even the smartest geniuses can't crack.
An excellent deduction. And the analogy comparing Sumeru City to a massive brain? I love it.
Mm.
In that case, we should take off our Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
Est-ce que seulement c'est pas... Est-ce que ça seulement c'est possible? Je ne pense pas que ce soit aussi simple.
Yeah, I was only wearing this for show in the first place. Didn't expect the sages to cook up such a conspiracy. Mark my words, when this is over, I'm getting evidence and exposing this whole thing to the public.
Tout le monde retire son terminal Akashi.
How does everyone feel?
En fait, j'ai remarqué autre chose.
Huh? What is it?
Si je me souviens bien, à la fin de chaque journée, j'entends toujours un bip.
Oh, that! Paimon knows what you're talking about. It's a single soft beep that sounds like it's coming from the Akasha terminal.
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
J'ai également entendu la même chose au port d'Ormos.
That's probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep anyway.
Oh.
Traveler, did you hear that?
I heard it too. Our ears aren't messing with us. There was definitely a beep, but
Il y a quelque chose
it
qui va
sounded
pas
like
avec
it
l'écran
was
par contre.
coming from inside my head.
Ils ont déjà le contrôle.
We took off our Akasha terminals.
Yep, ils ont déjà le contrôle.
Phase runtime has exceeded its expected length. At this rate, there may be casualties.
But we cannot lose all of our progress.
Oh non.
Paimon remembers everything.
Et là, on est exactement... Je pense qu'on est exactement à la journée même. La vraie journée en fait.
Good. You adapted quickly this time.
À la fin de la nuit dernière.
We definitely took off our Akasha terminals last night, but we still heard that beep. Why is that?
On n'a pas réussi à rompre le lien avec eux.
But now we can at least confirm one thing. The Akasha definitely has something to do with whatever's trapping us in this cycle. Oh, Paimon doesn't get it. Why would the Akasha go this far if all it wants is everybody's wisdom?
It's extremely difficult for lab rats in an experiment to understand why they're being treated the way they are.
If we're lab rats, then what are you? Nahida, you've never told us anything about yourself.
I guess I'm the moon.
Oh. Mensonge et illusion.
The moon? Wasn't that the result of our divination?
Anyway, knowing who I am won't help you get closer to the truth, so you should focus on other things. Don't get distracted and miss any clues.
Okay then. Dia helped us a lot yesterday, so let's go find her. If Paimon's reading the time correctly, those kidnappers should be showing up soon.
Ça fait beaucoup là, non?
Ah, there you are. I've already taken care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt?
Alors, il y a quelque chose qui cloche.
Dia?
Ouais, non, Dia est encore prise. Elle n'est pas totalement sortie de là.
What's wrong? Why are you both gawking at me like that?
You didn't get hurt this time.
Huh? How do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs.
Elle n'a pas vendu son arme cette fois.
Shh! How did you know about my greatsword? I haven't told anyone about it.
Oh, excusez, j'ai pas lu.
Please, don't tell Miss Dunyarzad.
Vous n'avez pas besoin de vous habituer à votre nouvelle lame? Avez-vous ressenti quelque chose d'étrange?
Anything strange? You already know that I got a new greatsword. If I had to say something, it's weird how such a new weapon could feel so familiar. It's as if I've already used it to fight a countless number of battles.
You're saying that although you don't remember using it, your body feels like it does?
That's right. Both mercenaries and warriors heavily rely on muscle memory. Only knowing the theory of battle won't get you anywhere.
Traveler, what do you think?
Est-ce que ce serait parce qu'on a retiré nos terminaux à cacher hier? Ça n'est jamais arrivé avant.
Yeah, Hyman's feeling really hopeful.
Ça pourrait-il qu'on soit déjà libre?
Oh, you're right. Earlier in the Samsara, something like this would have never happened.
Non, je crois pas, non. On ne pourra en être sûr qu'à la fin de la journée.
I have no clue what you two are talking about, but it's still dangerous here, so...
So you want us to take Dunyarzad somewhere else to rest while you check if there are still more kidnappers around,
No.
right?
How did you know what I was gonna say? Can you read minds?
Forget it. Go and do your thing.
Et le temps passe.
Whew. It's finally nighttime. Aside from Dia not getting injured, everything seems to have stayed the same. Listen, Nahida, we found out that Dia got out just fine today, even though she got injured every other time she fought the kidnappers. Do you think the Samsara has been broken? Have we saved Dunyarzad?
Non.
Really? Good job on all that progress. Get some good sleep tonight.
Hey, what kind of an answer is that?
Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common knowledge, but the only way you can know that for sure is if you experience tomorrow. How many todays has it been? Is it possible that today will be followed by yesterday? Does tomorrow truly exist as anything beyond a made-up concept? It's even possible that this entire world is a lie, and the history of the whole world has just been one endless Sub-Zero's festival.
Okay, no more. Paimon's brain is already shut down.
No.
That's why it makes no sense to waste your energy thinking about things you will learn tomorrow. Get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and flush your anxiety dookie away.
No.
Huh? Hold on, what did you just say? Did Paimon hear you correctly?
Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk. That's why I suggested you
duk-duk.
try that. Is that so strange?
It's so strange and so against common sense that Paimon's at a loss for words. You were sounding kind of smart just a
Ok,
minute ago.
on va aller se reposer.
Yeah. Even though it's happy and lively at the Sub-Zero's festival every day, it feels like it's been a long time since we've really gotten to relax. Let's go back to our room.
On a encore un bip. Effectivement, on n'est toujours pas sorti d'affaire.
Continue the harvest. Compared to what we stand to achieve, these sacrifices are trivial.
We're still in the same day.
Comme prévu, ce n'est pas aussi simple qu'on le pensait.
Nahida, you already knew last night that we didn't break out of the Samsara? Why did you tell us?
Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still out of reach. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope. An opportunity like that doesn't come by often, and I thought it might help you clear your minds.
Paimon thought the Duke did that! Whatever. Guess you were looking out for us after all.
Of course. In the time we've been together, You two have been everything to me.
Oh.
Paimon's flattered and everything, but maybe you're taking things a little fast.
What I mean is, even though I had asked you to solve this puzzle, you two are still the only ones who can see me and sense my presence. In other words, if you weren't here, I may as well not exist. That's why you two have been everything to me. Get it?
Nahira's talking about confusing stuff again.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues yesterday help you gain a new understanding of the situation?
La théorie de la boucle temporelle est en effet incorrecte.
Huh? Why are you scrapping your previous theory?
La maladie de s'est également aggravée.
Oh yeah, you're right! Gosh, how did we not notice that? In a simple time loop, people's physical conditions should also reset.
So, what's your new hypothesis?
Oh boy.
We've already experienced the Sub-Zeru's festival.
Okay.
Okay, Nahida said
Ouais.
the beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. We still hear it every night, even though we removed our Akasha terminals.
Ah! Désolé. Là, ça me frustre. Là, ça me frustre. Là, ça commence vraiment à me taper sur les nerfs, toutes ces interruptions non-stop.
Mercenaries rely heavily on muscle memory, and Dia was able to use her experiences to avoid injury in later samsara cycles.
Les mercenaires se reposent beaucoup sur la mémoire musculaire.
The moon, illusions, and lies. What did they all mean? Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. We still hear it every night, even though we removed our Akasha terminals.
Information sur l'Akasha. C'est la manifestation du pouvoir de la divinité, compile la sagesse de la population et confère la connaissance aux gens. Donc les informations sur l'Akasha auraient une liaison avec la mémoire musculaire en fait. Donc je suppose que si je les lis tous les deux... Ah! Donc ce n'est pas ça. Donc ce serait le son de l'Akasha en fait. Ouais. Perte quotidienne de souvenirs.
If all our memories of a day are erased at the end of that day, then we would unwittingly relive the same day again and again.
Donc on va conclure. On n'est pas dans une boucle temporelle. Ce sont nos souvenirs qui sont effacés à la fin de chaque journée.
Oh, then the beep we hear every night could just be indicating the deletion of our memories. That's why when we wake up, everyone thinks the Sub-Zeru's festival hasn't happened yet. It's already the next day, but everyone still thinks it's the day before.
Donc en fait, on passe les jours sans vraiment le savoir parce qu'on pense encore qu'on est la même journée.
But muscle memory can't be erased. That's why Dia has been getting better at using her greatsword. Now everything makes sense.
A brilliant deduction.
Nahida, tell us if never right or wrong.
To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the night. You lost sight of its true nature because you focused too much on your perception that it glows.
Paimon va s'énerver.
That isn't simple at all.
On s'est encore trompé, hein.
Why don't you go talk to Miss Dia again? You might learn something new.
Right. She did help us find our latest clue after all. Let's go.
Ok. On retourne à la case départ. Bon. On va finir par savoir à un moment donné ce que c'est. C'est qu'une question de temps.
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected, Dia also didn't get hurt today.
Get hurt? Why would I? Don't underestimate me.
Well, you're still getting used to your new greatsword.
Nah.
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange. It just suddenly felt so familiar in my hands and... wait a second! How did you know I got a new greatsword to begin with? I didn't tell anyone about it.
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Paimon's gotten a little sick of doing it.
Allons droit au but.
Oh, that works!
Vous êtes soudainement devenu plus à l'aise avec votre épée parce que... nous revivons plusieurs fois la même journée. Et nos souvenirs de la journée sont effacés chaque nuit.
What happened to you guys while I was gone? Did you get brainwashed by some cult?
Don't think too hard about it. Just take what we're saying at face value.
Alright then, let me get this straight. You're telling me that my body's already gotten used to this great sword, but my brain just doesn't remember it?
Yes, your memory's being erased every day.
Then I'd have to disagree. That's impossible.
Oh? Why do you think that?
If we've actually been reliving the SUMERU's festival day after day, then what happened to the things we used, the money we spent, the food we ate? Common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself a long time ago. There's no way I wouldn't have noticed that.
J'y ai pensé aussi. Mais si les sages sont derrière tout ça, s'ils utilisent toutes les ressources de la ville et les informations de l'Akasha...
Right! They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day, and then use the city's resources to replenish everything! It's not very likely, but it's also not impossible.
No, it is impossible. I've got proof.
You have proof? Where?
You two are surprisingly serious about this nonsensical discussion. Fine, I'll play along for a little longer.
No.
Come with me, Miss Dunyarzad. Please come along as well. I still can't guarantee that this area is safe.
Paimon can't believe it's Dia who wants to show us something this time. 2 days ago, we were the ones taking her to see Dunyarzad.
This is it.
Huh? This is a wooden training dummy. What about...
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days' worth of practice. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces by now?
That's true, but what if they did?
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous training sessions. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always emphasized the importance of refined control. The force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated and deliberate. That's why I remember every mark on the dummy, as well as my state of mind as I made each strike. It's just as they say, each swordsman has their own unique style, and even the same swordsman can't make the same cut twice. It would be impossible to copy these marks.
Is it really impossible? What if they use some fancy machine to carve every single mark?
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the former has no spirit to it. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks from the results of combat training.
Ça fait sens. On dirait qu'on va devoir abandonner cette hypothèse.
Hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this that new brain-exercise game that's been super popular with the scholars lately? It's surprisingly fun. Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Milu's stage. See you later.
Okay.
Well, back to square one. Is our memory deletion theory also wrong? But at least we've reached some other conclusions in the meantime.
On est dans un rêve. Mais ok, c'est bizarre. On n'est pas dans une boucle temporelle et on n'est pas dans le monde réel.
Yep, that's true. So, can we think of any new ideas right now?
J'ai eu soudain l'impression de quelque chose d'étrange.
Strange? Paimon feels like everything's been strange lately.
Comment se fait-il qu'on n'ait jamais pensé à quitter la ville?
Huh? Leaving the city? You're right! It's really strange how we never thought of such a simple solution! Many things should become clear if we can confirm the flow of time outside of the city. Paimon can't believe it! Did we miss this because we're tunnel visioning too hard on our other theories? Or because we're just too tired?
On aurait dû y penser il y a longtemps.
How about we go back and ask Nahida? Maybe we've forgotten something about leaving the city.
Je suis de plus en plus mélangé. Elle s'est levée. Elle s'est levée en une fraction de seconde en fait.
We're back!
You're back early today. Did you find something new?
Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're not in a time loop. And we also aren't in the real world. But at the same time, we have a new question.
Que se passera-t-il si on essaye de quitter la ville?
Leaving the city. As far as I remember, you've mentioned your plans to do that twice before.
Ah? Seulement 2 fois?
We did? But we don't remember anything. What happened after we talked about those plans? What did we say when we got back?
Ça veut dire que quitter la ville peut avoir un effet particulier en fait, étant donné que ce serait la 2e fois qu'on en parle.
Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. Oh, it's probably more accurate to say that both times you never came back the whole night. But you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway, so at the time, I didn't think too much about it.
It is true that sometimes we lose track of time during our investigations. Before we know it, it'll already be the next day. But still, neither of us remember anything about leaving town.
Really? That's kinda strange. In theory, I should have already awakened all your memories.
Peut-être que c'est la clé?
Yep. Something here's definitely fishy. Let's get to the bottom of this tomorrow.
Encore un bip. Pas d'informations de plus.
Our memories are back.
Oh. Allez, on essaie de quitter la ville aujourd'hui.
About that. Well, where should Paimon begin?
Hein? Qu'est-ce que tu essaies de dire?
Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, I have another message for you.
Un autre message? Ok, de la part de qui?
Listen to it and you'll understand.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our SUMERU's festival in SUMERU City is just one of them.
Hein? Impossible de revenir en arrière. Il y a d'innombrables espaces ici. Notre festival Sub-Zero à SUMERU n'est que l'un d'entre eux.
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days worth of memories. Paimon will fill you in.
Ok, je commence à avoir un mal de tête là. 2 jours plus tôt.
It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday.
Allez, on essaie de quitter la ville aujourd'hui.
Okay, let's go.
We don't have many more festivals to waste. Hurry and find the truth.
Dirigez-vous vers la porte de la ville pour trouver un moyen de sortir. J'ai 2 jours de retard.
Why can't we leave the city? What is the academia up to now?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a direct order from the Grand Sage. Just wait until tomorrow.
Le grand sage, je le savais. C'est le grand sage la réponse.
I have a real emergency. My goods have already arrived at Port Ormos. If I don't hurry, they'll be stolen.
That's your problem. Make sure you make a request in advance next time.
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
It looks like the Academia already announced a lockdown for Sumeru City today. How completely unsurprising. Let's go and question them. Hello, sir. Why can't we leave the city today?
Here we go again. Don't ask me. I don't know either. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. They didn't tell us anything else.
Évidemment, l'Académie ne dévoilerait pas ses plans à un simple garde. Alors l'Académie ne vous fait pas confiance.
Angering me won't get you anywhere. If I had that kind of insider info, I would have left this stupid post long ago.
Je peux forcer le passage?
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, let's take matters into our own hands. Why don't we climb over the walls? Those guards can't be everywhere at once. This is a good spot, and the guard hasn't noticed us at all. Let's hurry! Huh? Why? Are you going to leave Paimon behind?
Quitter la ville peut provoquer des perturbations dans nos souvenirs. Quelqu'un doit rester pour être témoin de ce qui se passe.
But what if things get really weird out there and you get into some trouble? Then Paimon won't be able to help you. Oh, Paimon knows that Paimon can't do much, but we've always been together, haven't we?
Ne t'inquiète pas.
Okay. Paimon will wait for you. Promise Paimon that you'll come back as soon as possible. Just a quick look.
Compris.
And please, be careful.
Wow. Modélisation du mur, s'il vous plaît.
Memories.
Attends, quoi? J'ai même pas pu essayer d'escalader le mur. On dirait qu'ils savent exactement à ce moment précis que j'allais l'escalader en fait. Bah voyons.
Paimon would never see you again. You just disappeared. Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back. You promised Paimon that you were only taking a quick look.
What? Bon là je comprends plus rien là.
Paimon, calm down. He's here now. I don't think he understood what you were saying.
Paimon doesn't care. Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay. Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day.
Même si je me rappelle pas avoir fait ça, je suis quand même désolé.
Okay. Paimon will forgive you. The most important thing is that you didn't actually disappear. Oh, Paimon was so scared that you had gone into another world.
Okay, Paimon, can you tell us your perspective of what really happened yesterday?
Ok.
I see. using two people's different perspectives.
After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you disappeared in an instant.
What? En essayant de quitter la ville, j'ai complètement disparu. Ok, ça devient de plus en plus perturbant.
No way! Paimon was watching you with the fullest attention.
Autant faire la même chose. Paimon, tu vas le faire.
What's your perspective, traveler? You sure you don't have any memory of this?
Je n'ai même pas conscience d'un hier.
I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times you tried to leave the city. Those days' memories can't be awoken.
So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased?
Ils n'ont pas seulement restreint l'accès à la ville de Sumeru, ils effacent également les souvenirs de ceux qui partent.
It really sounds like something big outside of the city is being hidden on purpose. But this way, we'll also never discover what's outside.
Je plains en ce moment Cole et Tinari qui sont complètement à l'extérieur et qui savent aucunement de ce qui se passe en ce moment. Si nos souvenirs sont effacés, on peut peut-être laisser derrière nous autre chose que des souvenirs.
Something like a message? But how can we send it back?
Don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared at.
Ah.
Well... Okay. You want something that can pass on messages, right? Give me some time and take care of Dunyarzad for me.
Yep, now we're talking.
Et donc là, c'est à ce moment-là, en fait. Oh là là. Oh, le mal de crâne.
I'm done. Here you go.
What? Isn't this just an Akasha terminal?
I made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already capable of sending messages. I just tweaked it so that it could connect to any node.
To make something like this? Nahida, you really know the Akasha like the back of your hand. Anyway, we can use this now to record a message, right?
Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use. I just can't guarantee the user's status and signal coverage when they're outside the city.
We'll never know until we try. At least we're taking the initiative now.
Ça vaut la peine d'essayer.
Let's go then. Let's expose those sages.
Je continue de penser que tu ferais mieux de rester.
All right. Paimon isn't as worried about being separated since it happened once yesterday, but Paimon still isn't happy about it.
Bon, allez, à demain, Paimon.
Okay. See you tomorrow, traveler. That covers everything that's happened so far.
C'est ce que je me suis laissé quand j'ai quitté la ville.
Yes. Although the signal was choppy and had some interference, we still managed to receive 2 messages from you when you were outside.
Okay, now that you understand what's going on, let's hear the messages together.
Okay.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our SUMERU's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Celui où nous sommes n'est que l'un d'entre eux.
I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal sights. All these spaces are empty except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any human presence.
Ok.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumeru city space when you set foot outside of the walls. But everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside. That's unbelievable. And if we take your word for it, the other spaces all had very weird contents.
There's another part here. I only received it last night.
These spaces have been disappearing one after the other, absorbed by something like a sun in the sky. And now, even the final space has also disappeared. Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
Oh non. Sérieux?
Why did the message end right there? What did the traveler want to say? What are those spaces?
Probably because yesterday just happened to end at that moment.
Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep from the Akasha. Did it come from here or from the message?
Ou c'est les sages qui ont essayé de couper la communication?
The message. It should have come from the Traveler's Akasha terminal.
After the beep, Traveler said even the final spaces also disappeared.
Traveler, what do you think that final space could have been?
Espace sans présence humaine, espace réel, l'espace où nous étions hier.
My impression is that each day in this samsara only ends at the sound of that beep from the Akasha. Was that space actually the real world? But wouldn't a real space just randomly disappearing like that be catastrophic? All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common: a lack of human presence.
Okay.
That doesn't sound right. I need to carefully think things through.
Donc, sans espace humain.
That doesn't sound
Non.
right. I need to carefully think things through.
Ok, donc c'est l'espace où nous étions hier.
Oh, so that's what it is! After the sound of the beep, the final space, the Sub-Zero's festival, also disappears, and we're taken to the next day. Later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces materializing behind them. Do lots of new spaces appear every day? Paimon's head is spinning. Just what are these spaces anyhow?
J'avoue que je suis comme Paimon en ce moment-là, j'ai la tête qui tourne. Ah! Aïe, aïe.
Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War, at its heart, it was just a game where a bunch of gods fought over 7 seats. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret.
Wow, the Archon War, huh? That's an analogy and a half.
Ok. La guerre des Archons. Donnez-moi un peu de temps, j'ai besoin d'organiser mes pensées.
Hey, where are you going?
Rendez-vous sur un banc familier de la ville de SUMERU. Je dois avouer que je suis un peu perdu encore une fois. Malgré qu'on sait que c'est les sages qui contrôlent la ville à partir de l'appareil.
Do you want some alone time to think? Alright then, Paimon won't disturb you.
Je comprends toujours pas ce qui fait fonctionner le truc en fait.
The dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
La danse de Sub-Zero, c'est déjà là.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead, Dunyarzad? We still have some other stuff to do first.
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is ticking away.
Je pense que je connais la réponse à présent.
Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh, wait, no. Let's meet up with Nahida first. You can tell us both together. This time.
Je connais toujours pas la réponse. Par contre, j'ai gagné un petit truc vite vite. On ramasse ça. Et on va ramasser le succès que je viens d'avoir. Manger un charbon choco visiblement mauvais. Même Paimon n'en veut pas. Et si j'essaie de quitter la ville tout de suite comme ça là?
Hey, stop right there! No one is allowed to enter or leave Sumeru City right now.
Whoa!
Donc physiquement, je ne peux pas sortir de la ville de Sumeru. Est-ce que je peux de la manière de la téléportation? Je fais un test rapide. Veuillez noter que quitter cette zone interrompra votre expérience de l'histoire. Cela peut affecter la progression de votre quête actuelle. Ah ouais! Donc même faire la téléportation, ça peut avoir un impact en fait. Ok. Ok.
You're back. I've been waiting forever for you two. Judging by the looks on your faces, are you ready to take your Sub-Zero's exam and graduate from the festival?
Vous pouvez commencer, mademoiselle Nahida.
Okay. First off, have you discovered the hidden truth?
Je suis un peu perdu en fait. J'ai aucune idée.
Okay, Nahida said it.
Ouais.
We've already experienced the Sub-Zero's festival. All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common.
Oh.
A lack of human presence.
L'absence de présence humaine. Ok.
People in Sumeru don't dream.
Ouais.
The moon.
Ça n'a aucun rapport. Rêve sans rêveur.
Those spaces remind me of dreams. Like the one I had in the Avidia Forest. Except these have no sign of human presence.
Ok. Donc, les Sumériens sans rêve. Mais il n'y a pas de rêve. Mais il n'y a pas de rêve. Il y a des rêves sans rêveur. What? Je comprends pas. La vérité derrière les rêves.
We are all in a dream. It isn't that the people of Sumeru don't dream. Rather, the Akasha is taking their dreams from them.
Yep.
People in Sumeru think they don't dream, but the truth is the Akasha steals their dreams without them knowing it. And those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. That would explain why they sounded so weird when he was trying to describe them. Huh. So people in Sumeru do dream after all. In fact, we're all in one big dream together right now.
Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of this?
Le Gnosis. Parce qu'ils sont en possession du Gnosis, ils ont le pouvoir de toutes les contrôler un par un. C'est la manifestation du pouvoir de la divinité de la sagesse. Non. Compilation de la sagesse de la population. Apport à la connaissance aux gens. L'Akasha s'appuie sur la puissance d'un Gnosis. Ah non? Ah. Bon, ben c'est la manifestation du pouvoir de la divinité.
Oh, okay. Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest also get their power from the Dendro Archon, right? That would explain why the Akasha has the ability to control people's dreams, too. But Is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their wisdom? Isn't there anything more to it than that?
Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming. In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human wisdom.
So in other words, the complete opposite of how Hypatia understood it. Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions, and the fact that no one dreams is a blessing from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
Yep.
So it was all a dirty trick? The real story is that the sages from the academia are using the Akasha to steal people's dreams for their own use, huh?
Ouais, et ils n'ont pas l'intention de s'arrêter là.
Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the samsara?
The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. We still hear it every...
Okay.
Those spaces kept disappearing before my eyes.
Oh, attends une
But as soon as that beep sounded, many more spaces materialized. The Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the..." My mind feels... We've already...
Donc apparition et disparition des
Those
rêves.
dreamscapes kept vanishing. But as soon as that beep sounded, more new spaces appeared.
Si je le relie au discours du grand sage, ça a peut-être un effet? Non. Apparition et disparition des espaces. Le son de l'Akasha. Production de masse des rêves.
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but also separating their consciousness from their own dream. Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sub-Zero's festival along with everyone else's, while their now vacant dreams are harvested by the Akasha. No one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream, and so begins another samsara cycle. People wake up to yet another dream about the Sub-Zero's festival. The dreams that belong to them are once again harvested by the Akasha, and so it continues.
So, this is like a dream factory, and the Akasha is a dream harvesting machine. Did Paimon get that analogy right?
Very good, Paimon. Using analogies well is an excellent habit to get into.
Okay, so that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminals. Taking off our terminals in this dream doesn't do anything.
Ouais. Donc on est des rats de laboratoire, on est quelque part dans un laboratoire.
Alright, last question. Who am I?
Tu es la lune.
Now that I think about it, wasn't illusions a hint that we're all dreaming?
Ils se servent de la lune. Ah.
Now that I think about it, wasn't illusions hinting at the sage's deception?
Non.
They say that alchemical divination is the Dendro Archon's divine revelation. So then, if Nahida has referred to herself as the moon...
So you noticed.
Ben voilà. Oui, on le savait un peu que t'étais Kusanali, mais bon, c'est quand même cool. C'est quand même cool.
I thought that one would be the hardest question. That's why I put it last.
That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed that. Everything about you is different. We just didn't want to expose you is all.
No.
Now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been hinting to us since the very beginning. It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali, Paimon didn't expect to meet you like this.
J'ai beaucoup de questions à vous poser, mais ça me paraît pas être le bon moment.
Yes, those can wait until we're back in real life. On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions you have about here and now.
Pourquoi ne pouviez-vous pas simplement dire la vérité? Comment les sages arrivent-ils à empêcher les gens de s'en apercevoir? À propos des effets secondaires possibles d'un rêve collectif. Pourquoi un rêve à propos du festival Sub-Zero?
I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on my birthday? Could it really just be a coincidence?
Even you don't know the reason? Wow, now that's strange.
The Academia sages are determined to harvest lots of dreams in a short time, no matter the cost. They have to be up to no good. Traveler, do you have any information?
Rêve sans rêveur.
Those spaces remind me...
Non.
Okay, Nahida said it.
Non.
The Grand Sage said.
Ouais.
Celebrate the birth of that god?
Les anciens n'ont aucun respect pour Kusanali étant donné qu'elle remplace l'ancienne Dendro Archon.
Could it mean...
Pourquoi ne pas nous avoir simplement dit la vérité?
You asked me this question before. My answer was, it would literally blow your minds. Now that you know this is all a dream, this answer should hopefully make more sense. Have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, if someone suddenly had told you all this instead of you learning it on your own, your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into irreversible confusion. I couldn't expose you to that kind of risk. That's why I could only give you very subtle hints and some suggestions. Long story short, I'm really sorry I had to keep you guessing.
Comment les sages arrivent-ils à empêcher les gens de s'en apercevoir?
Firstly, this dream we're in is completely based on reality. People have already experienced this Sub-Zero's festival, so it would be very difficult for them to find anything that strikes them as surreal. Secondly, you're probably wondering why people don't have any memories from earlier samsara, right? That's because people don't remember their dreams most of the time anyway. And in any case, their actual dreams are being taken away from them by the Akasha. So whenever they wake up in this dream of the Sub-Zero's festival, they don't remember anything from their previous identical dream.
That reminds Paimon. Traveler had a dream when we were in the Avidia forest, but couldn't see what it was about after waking up. Is that an example of what you mean?
Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendro can a person gain the Dendro element's dream-enhancing power. That explains the feelings of deja vu. Meanwhile, everyone else has no idea that they are in the Sub-Zero's festival samsara, while their dreams are stolen from them over and over again.
À propos des effets secondaires possibles d'un rêve collectif.
Can humans really keep dreaming forever like this? Will it ever end? And if so, when?
Mais du coup, ça veut dire que dans la réalité... Ouais, non, mais... Ce qui veut dire que le corps des gens est de plus en plus affaibli dans le monde réel, en fait. En fait, ça me fait penser à un scénario de Matrix, en fait.
We might say your mental fatigue has already answered this question. Eventually, there's only so much that people can tolerate. Especially those whose health is compromised to begin with, like Dunyarzad. This relentless exploitation takes an even harder toll on them.
People's lives are at stake here, and nobody knows a thing! We've got to put a stop to this!
Il n'y a pas d'autres questions. Merci beaucoup.
Deceiving the people of Sumeru with no regard for their safety. No matter what they're trying to do, this is unforgivable. After we end the Sub-Zero's festival samsara, we have to look into them.
How can the sages of the Academia do this behind their Archon's back? This is ridiculous!
In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
A sun and a moon? Nahida's talking in riddles again.
Ah, si tu pouvais comprendre, Paimon. Oh oh, ça recommence.
We're out of time today.
I'll tell you how to break free of the samsara tomorrow. See you then.
Ok. Là, ça devient extrêmement chaud.
Nahida. Should we instead say good morning, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Non. On devrait juste l'appeler Nahida.
Hey! What's wrong, Nahida? You don't look too good.
Non.
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
Did Dunyarzad already disappear? No way! Are we too late?
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Oh merde, non!
Paimon can't believe it. Wait, so what about that other Dunyarzad? Just what is she? Is she also going to disappear?
She's actually something like a puppet, but not completely. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role in this dream. So another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the trees, that Dunyarzad is just a building block of the dream that helps to keep it going.
But personality-wise, she's nothing like the real Dunyarzad.
Puppets are stiff and can't copy a living person's vitality. After all, they're just there as filler. You know, speaking of which, the old Dunyarzad might not have been too different from a puppet.
Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness, and it was you who inspired her. So you do remember her after all.
Yes. Back then, her family was overly protective of her. No one cared about her personality or thoughts. It was as if she only lived to stall her Elazar. I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still... far from it. I'm still a long way off from being a real Archon. I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon, I wouldn't have let my most faithful follower die at the Subzerus Festival with so many regrets.
Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida. It's the sage's fault, and theirs alone.
I'm not beating myself up. All I did was to rationally observe the distance between myself and a real Archon.
Don't be like that, Nahida. Even real Archons are still allowed to be sad.
To prevent more tragedies like this, we must end the samsara as soon as possible.
Let's go.
Great, but how do we do that?
Faut aller à la source. Et la source est probablement tout en haut.
Although the Subzerus Festival dream is under the Akasha's control, only humans can dream. Even the Akasha is unable to create them. That means this dream belongs to a host who created it.
Huh? So, how should we find that person?
Well, if this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from deep within their consciousness.
C'est le grand sage.
Which means, with the power of imagination, they can change anything in this dream.
Imagination? What do you mean by that?
Imagination means breaking through what you perceive as normal. Like when the server at the tavern brings a plate to you, you'd naturally assume that food is on it. However, if you're the dream's host and you become aware that you're dreaming, when you imagine gold and more on the plate, the dream will respond in kind, and the server really will bring you gold and mora. But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times they're served, it will always be food.
Okay.
Find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming. Usually, once that happens, the person will wake up and the dream samsara will be broken.
How are we going to find them, though? If it could be anyone, it'd be like looking for a needle in a haystack. And even if we did find them, how are we supposed to make them realize they're dreaming? After all, like you said, don't wake a sleepwalker.
It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it are you two. Remember, everything you've achieved up to this point has all been for the sake of finding the host and ending the samsara. As for me, this time, I'll be out of town.
Out of town? Are you going to that place full of dreams where the Traveler went?
Yes. I want to try something. There must still be a small wisp of possibility. Hurry and go. Dreams are supposed to be fantastical, romantic, and full of pleasant surprises. Unnecessary things like this samsara need to end.
Paimon's still a little upset that we've come this far only for Dunyarzad to... She was such a good person, with such a simple wish. But fate was against her. Yeah, saving Dunyarzad is what kept us going this whole time. But we mustn't lose hope, Traveler. Dunyarzad would definitely want to see us save everyone else. So let's break the samsara for her sake. Paimon's wondering, do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this dream? Feels like it would be easier to control it that way, no?
Ok, non. Ayant conscience du plan, la personne se rendrait probablement compte qu'elle rêve. Un autre qui ne se doute de rien aurait moins de chances de réaliser qu'il s'agit d'un rêve.
Huh. That's true. Plus, the sages probably weren't counting on there being other factors beyond their control, like Nahida and us. So, who do you think the host of the dream is?
Faris, le chevalier des fleurs.
Oh, that would make sense. Faris, the Knight of Flowers, is a symbol of the whole Sub-Zero's festival, right? Pretty core character.
J'ai peut-être plus l'impression que c'est peut-être Nilou.
Let's go ask him some questions, shall we?
Si c'est pas lui, mais moi je pense que c'est Nilou le point central du rêve en fait.
You're back. You left in a hurry last time. Is everything okay?
Everything's fine. Just, it's a little hard to explain. Would you mind taking part in a little experiment with us?
An experiment? That came out of nowhere. I'm listening, though. What do you need me to do?
Could you make a wish?
Imaginez que votre souhait se réalise sous vos yeux.
You want me to make a wish? Is that a new Sub-Zero's festival tradition or something?
Less questions, more wishing!
Okay. My wish. Okay. I'm a little nervous saying this out loud, but I want Miss Dunyarzad to be happy.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down, and she wasn't really talking to anyone. She just doesn't seem like herself. She's always so gentle and kind, and all the kids love her. I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be Fairest Knight of Flowers is because I'm special to her, or something.
So, you have a crush on Dunyarzad?
Oh.
Oh, is it that obvious? After what I just said, I guess it is.
Oh.
When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, I want everyone to have a happy Sub-Zero's festival. What she didn't realize was that I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. In that moment, I just wanted to be her Knight of Flowers for the rest of my life. 50 years, 100 years, I'll serve her till the end of time. Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Felt like the right moment to get it off my chest, but that was pretty embarrassing. Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
Oh non.
I'm gonna open my eyes.
Il n'est pas le... Il est pas l'autre.
You're...
What?
Hein?
Fucky? Sorry, but only one portion of Yalda candies per person. Back home you go. nice try, you two. Anyway, never mind. I don't need to see her appear right in front of me.
Yep, c'est pas lui l'autre.
Guess he isn't the host of this stream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy. It seems like everyone who knows Dunyarzad loves her, but none of them has any idea that she...
Hmm.
My lady, step back.
That sounds like Dia! Oh, right. This is when Dunyarzad bumps into the kidnappers. Huh? But Dia can handle them. Hey, Traveler!
Oh là, il y a un petit peu de frustration chez le voyageur par contre.
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take...
Partez avec.
Hey, this is my job. The homie Yanni's pay me, not you.
Partez.
You... fine, alright. Knock yourself out. Why are you so worked up anyway? It's not like I don't trust your fighting skills. Anyway, watch yourself.
Ouh, il est un petit peu énervé le voyageur.
So you got yourself some backup. Suit yourself. You're...
That's close enough. New punky today. Be still.
Bon, un peu d'action fait pas de mal, hein.
Solidify. Time to go.
Take flight.
Bon allez, ça dégage. Ça faisait longtemps qu'on n'avait pas eu d'action, hein.
Were you just taking your anger out on those guys?
Oh.
You and Nahida both. Dunyarzad wouldn't want to see you two like this. Oh, and speaking of her, Paimon just remembered something. Remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the Samsara started, we came here with Dunyarzad because she wanted to pick something up? She said it was because she had forgotten something.
Ouais.
Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere around here. She pointed it out to us the night before the Sub-Zero's festival.
Ça nous donnerait peut-être un indice.
Yeah, even if it's only a tiny clue, it'll probably still help us more than this needle in a haystack search. This is the place. It's rude to enter other people's spaces without permission, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Hey, the windows are unlocked. Okay, Paimon's gonna take a peek inside.
Reviens un peu plus tard en portant quelque chose.
This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing inside except this book on the table. Should we open it?
Bah oui. Note élégamment écrite. Donnez-moi une seconde, je vais prendre une gorgée d'eau. Ok. Du coup. Après presque 16 jours, j'ai enfin pu terminer de rédiger ces notes à la veille du festival Sub-Zero. Quand le festival sera terminé, Paimon et toi allez sûrement reprendre votre voyage. C'est pourquoi j'espérais pouvoir te donner ceci avant que tu ne partes. Il s'agit d'un recueil de légendes folkloriques sur la Rani Kusanali. J'ai rassemblé ces histoires en interrogeant les gens quand je n'étais pas occupé par les préparatifs du festival. J'ai posé des questions à beaucoup de gens, mais peu d'entre eux en savent beaucoup sur elle. J'espère que tout de même que cela t'aidera à la trouver. Faites un effort. Il y a eu une période où la source d'eau près de Gandharva était polluée, obligeant les villageois à aller chercher de l'eau très loin. Mais un jour, les gens ont constaté que l'eau était à nouveau potable. Et certains disaient qu'une lumière verte avait été vue près de la source de l'eau la nuit précédente. Tout le monde croyait que c'était le pouvoir divin de la Rani Kusanali qui était à l'œuvre. Cela semble tout à fait plausible. La décontamination des sources d'eau par des moyens naturels prend probablement des années. Se pourrait-il que Kusanali soit apparu à Gandharva? Après la mort de ma mère, j'avais toujours peur du noir la nuit. Et cela m'empêchait de dormir. Mais un jour, j'ai entendu une voix qui m'a parlé jusqu'à ce que je m'endorme. Une dame m'a dit que c'était parce que c'était Kusanali qui avait pris soin de moi. Pauvre enfant, j'espère que le festival Sub-Zero saura lui apporter un peu de joie. Son expérience me rappelle ce que j'ai vécu au début. C'est décidément une divinité pleine de tendresse. Une fois, j'avais un peu trop bu, et je ne trouvais plus mon chemin pour rentrer chez moi. À un tournant, je crois que j'ai vu Kusanali. Elle était très grande et très musclée. Puis je me suis cassé la figure et elle m'a rattrapé d'une seule main. Le lendemain, je me suis réveillé sous un arbre. C'était Kusanali qui s'est occupé de moi, j'en suis sûr. Je ne suis pas sûr que cette histoire soit très fiable. J'ai plutôt l'impression qu'il s'agissait d'un arbre. Qu'en dites-vous? Ce recueil de légendes folkloriques compilé et annoté par GeekYoshii se poursuit de la même manière pendant de nombreuses pages.
Wow. GeekYoshii wrote all of this. Sounds like she was always thinking of us even while we were away. Even though she was also busy preparing for the Sub-Zero's festival and had all her health problems to worry about. She must have wanted to give this to us as a gift on the day of the Sub-Zero's festival, right? If we hadn't found this book, we never would have known. But now that we know, we can't even thank her. Hey! Where are you off to now?
Parler à GeekYoshii. Oh.
It's GeekYoshii's puppet.
J'imagine que je me sentirais mieux en le disant à voix haute. Merci.
Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with GeekYoshii feels like an eternity ago.
Ah.
Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she talked about Milu's Dance of Sub-Zerus.
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets.
That was what the real GeekYoshii said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Oh. She's not dead.
Yes, traveler. What is it?
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now,
Ah, peut-être pas. Oh, j'ai eu trop d'espoir.
What? Where are we going this time?
Exactement là. Il y a exactement là où il y a le point de rupture en fait.
Time to go.
If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organizer. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
How did things turn out like this?
J'arrive.
Traveler? You don't have to get involved.
Oh, je m'en fous.
He's a sage from the academia. I don't want to drag you into this.
Traveler?
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? If you get arrested by the academia, that's another day gone to waste.
No.
Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared stiff?
Comme je m'y attendais, ce sont des marionnettes.
Oh, of course! If this is the sage's plan, they wouldn't put themselves through this. So they're just substitutes.
Nilou est l'hôte du rêve.
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage?
Et voilà. Attends, ces fleurs.
Like I said, they symbolize the goddess of flowers. It's just a shame that all the real Padisaras went extinct after her death.
Yes. The Greater Lord brought forth new Padisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers. But she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful shade of purple.
Whoa, wait a minute.
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Padisaras? Just like the ones from the legend? I didn't even notice. Tanyarzad, did you find these?
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the goddess of flowers passed away? So, how?
Yeah. What's going on here?
Et voilà. C'était Nilou, l'hôte du rêve.
Huh?
Imagine que le grand sage et sa suite ne sont pas là devant toi.
You guys are acting weird. But okay, I'll try. Hey!
Et voilà.
They disappeared! So Nilu's the host!
Je le savais.
What a surprise! Purple Padisaras don't exist in the real world anymore. But in Nilu's subconscious, they can appear as decorations on the stage. It's just like the example Nahida told us. People assume there will be food on a plate, and Nilu assumed there would be real Padisaras in the flower pots. So when you saw the flowers, you instantly knew it was Nilu? But if we want to end the samsara, we need the host to become aware that they're dreaming. How should we make Nilu realize that?
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
Comment es-tu arrivé à cette conclusion?
So I'm right. Is this Lesser Lord Kusanali responding to our celebration of the Sabzeruz festival?
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point is, what made you think this is a dream? As far as you know, people in Sumeru don't dream, right?
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a calamity, he went on a journey to find the Dendro Archon.
Ooh, sounds familiar. Dunyarzad told us a story like that when we first arrived in Sumeru City. So it was about the first sage, huh?
Yep, but in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage yet. There's more to the story. His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro Archon, and she finally gave her blessing to him. All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge he could comprehend. Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, "I miss my parents, my wife, and my children. I've been away from home for far too long. They must be worried." The Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, the sage found himself lying in his bed, as if he had just woken up from a dream. His wife, lying next to him, said, "You're off to search for the Dendro Archon today, aren't you? Have a safe journey, my love."
Donc il était pris lui-même dans un rêve lui aussi.
In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City and founded the Academia. What a happy ending.
Donc basically ce que je comprends c'est que les sages à la base sont là pour éviter que ce genre de problème se reproduise encore. Ou alors j'ai totalement pas compris l'histoire en fait. Bon.
So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the story? He never went on his journey?
Yes, but his faith and determination were conveyed to the Dendro Archon, so she blessed him in the form of a dream.
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really interesting connection. But we really gotta wake up soon, like the sage in the story.
Maintenant que Nilo est au courant, le rêve devrait pouvoir se terminer.
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zero's festival is almost over too.
J'ai l'air d'une petite danse.
Dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zero's as beautiful as we can.
Danse à cœur joie. Cinématique.
The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the dance of Sub-Zero's.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilou's dance.
Wow.
Good morning, traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep for the longest time.
J'ai mal à la tête.
Paimon's head feels super heavy. Did we oversleep? Do you even remember going to sleep last night? Paimon thinks it was after the Sub-Zero's festival. The Sub-Zero's festival! Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zero Samsara?
Je me souviens maintenant.
Quick! Take off your Akasha terminal!
Elle sera pas là.
She's not in her room. What happened? Huh? What usual spot?
Là où elle est allongée avec Kusanagi.
Time to go.
Well done, Traveler and Paimon.
Bon, Catherine. Catherine avec un point d'interrogation.
And thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing the Sub-Zero's festival for me.
Oh.
I'm sorry, who are...
Attendez, quoi? Wow, wait a minute. Merci d'avoir organisé ce festival pour moi.
Dunyarzad! You're okay! Oh, don't scare us like that!
Oh, Traveler Paimon. I have something amazing to tell you. I just had a dream. And I saw Nilou performing the dance of Sub-Zero's.
Quête terminée, mesdames et messieurs. L'aube. Ok, premièrement. Je vais commencer par faire ça. Au moins comme ça va être fait. Et voilà. Ensuite, je vais parler... Ok, bah je vais parler à Catherine d'abord.
You're actually Nahida, aren't you? Paimon felt like Catherine was acting weird when we met at the Sub-Zero's festival.
Vous êtes Naïda. Je me disais bien qu'il y avait quelque chose de bizarre avec Catherine lors de notre rencontre au festival.
And Dunyarzad, did you save her?
It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened.
Attendez, quoi? Hein?
Let's chat somewhere else. How about by the Traveler's favorite bench?
Attendez une minute. Est-ce que Kusanagi a le contrôle de Catherine? Ce qui veut dire que la théorie des Catherine qui sont toutes des marionnettes serait vraie? Et... ça serait un peu bizarre étant donné que Kusanagi peut prendre la forme ou le contrôle d'êtres vivants et de plantes. Mais bon, je sais pas. C'est bizarre. On va quand même lui parler au moins. Hein.
What's going on? Why are you two so excited to see me? Hasn't it only been a night?
It's actually been much longer than that.
Oh? Strange. Was I really asleep that long? No wonder I have such a headache.
Ok. Parlez à Nahida. Là par contre ça va faire beaucoup de stuff en un seul live. Ok, parlons un peu plus.
Let's talk about Dunyarzad first. It's such a relief that she's all right.
After we parted on the last day of the Sub-Zero's festival, I left the city and saw what the Traveler had described. Among the countless dreams, I found one that was growing fainter and fainter. This proved my suspicion. Once GeekYoshii could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to dissipate. But this also meant it escaped the Akasha's control.
Ah, je vois.
Such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, though. It will return to its original dream, where both will gradually fade until they completely disappear. I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible, but it still wouldn't have lasted for much longer if it hadn't been for you two breaking the samsara.
So it looks like we did manage to save GeekYoshii in the end. Not a moment too soon.
Un petit miracle.
Huh? Why are you two smiling so happily? I thought you'd be so moved that you'd start crying. I need to spend more time observing human emotions.
Both are fine. Everyone reacts differently.
Alright, you two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, you saved my faithful believer. As your reward, I will answer any and all questions.
Parlez-moi de ce dont j'ai rêvé dans la forêt d'Avidia.
At the Avidia forest, there was this incense that made the traveler fall unconscious and dream of a huge tree and a red sky.
Vous avez vu ça? Il y a comme une espèce de serrure de clé dans le cou en fait. C'est vraiment bizarre.
You also heard someone's voice, right? It said world and forget me.
Yeah, so you do know! We've been wanting to ask you what that was about, and if the red sky was related to Conria.
It seems like the traveler established a connection to Irminsul. That was a message left by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul.
Okay.
Perhaps her last memory before she died. As you two probably know, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared after the disaster in Conria. The timings of these events do line up, so your suspicions are reasonable.
C'était il y a 500 ans, donc ouais.
A message from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? We thought it was from the Scarlet King.
Qui a pensé ça?
The Scarlet King?
T'es probablement la seule qui a pensé à ça.
That god who died even longer ago? Some present-day desert dwellers still worship him. You probably just heard some of their conspiracies.
Okay, so what does the message mean?
I still haven't managed to decipher it. Even the Akasha isn't currently capable of doing that. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul seems to be contaminated with something that has a very dangerous aura to it. Many devoted scholars go mad as soon as they connect their consciousness. I've warned the academia about this many times, but people still keep falling victim to it. But I believe this is the key to saving Irminsul. That's why I've kept trying to decipher it.
So the tree in the vision was Irminsul? Oh, Tainari also said that Irminsul is sick! Is it because of the contaminated consciousness? But even if you can't figure out what that vision was all about, it seems like our search for you was all in vain.
The traveler wasn't affected after coming in contact with that consciousness. I've never seen anyone like that. With you here, we may have a chance at deciphering it.
Clairement.
No, we must decipher its secrets. I've already eliminated all other factors that might affect Irminsul. This is the only one left. This puzzle has life and death at stake. It could determine Irminsul's fate, as well as Tevat's.
Pourquoi vous ressemblez à Catherine?
To be accurate, I'm using the Akasha as a medium to occupy Catherine's consciousness.
Ah bah voilà, ok. Bon bah maintenant on le sait.
How did you do that? Poor Catherine. Does this mean you can also occupy other people's consciousnesses?
Theoretically, I can enter anyone's mind as long as they're wearing their Akasha terminal. The Akasha is the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. As Lesser Lord Kusanali and the first Akasha terminal, my consciousness has always been linked to the Akasha. I've always respected my people's free will, so I've never actually occupied their consciousness. When necessary, I just borrow this bionic Snezhnayan puppet.
De cette marionnette Snezhnayan. Wow! Wow! Attendez, mais ça confirme! Mais attendez, mais ça confirme! Mais ça confirme exactement la théorie! Toutes les Catherine sont des marionnettes! Créées par de puppets! Ça le dit, une marionnette Snezhnayan! C'est une confirmation, mesdames et messieurs. Une confirmation!
Hold on. Did we just learn some deep, dark secret? So Catherine is... No wonder Paimon felt something was off about her.
Oh, merde!
What about your own body? Why do you need to borrow other people's? Don't you live in the sanctuary of Surasthana?
That story begins a long time ago. After Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared, the sages found my newly born self and took me back to Sumeru. At that time, I was young and weak. The sages kept me in the sanctuary of Surasthana, ostensibly for the sake of protecting me. But, however, I do understand that they had hoped to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata instead of me, a symbol of her passing.
So, the sages basically put their new Archon under house arrest? How dare they! Why don't you teach them a lesson, Nahida?
In some ways, they aren't wrong. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was omniscient and omnipotent. Even after her death, the Akasha is still empowering this nation. And I'm still really far away from being able to call myself the God of Wisdom. Moreover, the Academia is also more proficient at governing this country. My existence has little meaning.
Pour moi, vous êtes déjà un excellent Archon.
Yeah, you got a lot of believers. Just look at the Sub-Zero's festival. Everyone who showed up truly loves you.
Thank you for the kind words. But I honestly don't need physical freedom as long as I can connect my consciousness to the Akasha. Trying to find a way to save Irminsul is my life's mission and top priority. I will work on that, and try to live up to being a deity in the meantime. Every once in a while, I will also take up the duties of the God of Wisdom and enlighten a lost soul here and there. Doing all that should be enough.
Parlez-moi du plan des sages, personne n'a remarqué le problème avec l'Akasha.
There's never been any big problems with the Academia's governance of Sumeru. This is the first time I've seen them step out of line. I wonder what caused them to go down this path, and what they hope to achieve. Even though the city's residents haven't noticed anything strange, if the Traveler hadn't broken the Sub-Zero samsara, the situation could have become dire. I tried to do some investigating in the Akasha, but I couldn't find anything suspicious. And all the people of interest seem to purposely avoid wearing their Akasha terminals.
Huh.
I think they're
Donc il y en a
deliberately
qui
trying to
sont au
hide
courant de
something.
ça. Il y en a qui savent ce qui se passe.
Oh, that reminds Paimon. In Gandharvaville, there was a sage who had invited Kainari to join some kind of project. Could it be related?
Yep, probablement.
Regardless, I need to first investigate the sage's motives, make things right, and punish them if needed. But I'll have to be discreet, or they'll see me coming.
Personne n'a remarqué le problème avec l'Akasha?
You mean how the Akasha stops you from having dreams?
Yeah, it's been such a long time. No one's noticed something's up?
It's not that no one noticed. It's more like no one cared. Ultimately, it's all rooted in the sage's misdirection.
Misdirection?
The sages convinced everyone to believe that being unable to dream is a sign of rationality and wisdom. Not dreaming is a badge of honor in Sumeru.
Ouais, bah... leur fierté, ils peuvent se la mettre où je pense, hein.
Even if the truth is that their dreams are being reaped by the Akasha. With their propaganda in place, the sages can maximize their use of the Akasha to facilitate their research. Besides, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata must have created the Akasha in the hopes that it could be used to its full potential. That's why I've never come out strongly against this. Anyway, the perspective advocated by the sages drowned out any voices of doubt. By now, even those who never use Akasha terminals find it too shameful and embarrassing to talk about their dreams.
Bon, eh ben, je n'ai plus d'autres questions maintenant.
Got it. I hope my answers were satisfactory, seekers of knowledge. To be honest, maintaining Dunyarzad's fading dream took a lot of mental energy. I think I may need to rest for a while. Oh, and you don't need to worry too much about the sage's activities for now. The Akasha won't be able to conduct another project on the scale of the Sub-Zero Samsara in the immediate future. Go and get some sleep. Leave everything to us. What a relief. This is truly the most exhausting birthday I've ever had.
Oh.
Traveler? Paimon? Why am I here? Do either of you know?
Huh. La marionnette vient de se réveiller.
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you can't wake up a sleepwalker. We happened to walk by, so we thought we'd wait for you to wake up.
I see. Huh. I should visit my maintenance personnel sometime. Oh, I'm fine. I better
Que je rende visite au personnel de la maintenance. Ah ben là, ça se confirme encore plus. Waouh. Recrutement de la Légion des 30. C'est une nouvelle quête, ça? Nouvelle quête débloquée. La Légion des 30 est à la recherche d'un assistant. Si vous êtes intéressé, veuillez vous rendre à la citadelle de Rexar et prendre contact avec Effendi. On a quoi ici? Ah, mais du coup, on peut débloquer la quête de Tinari. Ok. L'origine de la contamination. Les problèmes sans réponse. Vous n'avez pas rendu visite à Catherine depuis un moment. Pourquoi n'irez-vous pas la voir? Eh ben, parce que... on va s'arrêter là pour aujourd'hui. Je vais juste faire un dernier truc. C'est-à-dire, je vais aller voir le forgeron. Je vais forger une épée. La question c'est, est-ce que je fais celle de Kazuha ou est-ce que je fais celle de... Voilà, de... Wait a minute. Attendez. C'est pas le bon truc, hein. C'est pas le bon truc que j'ai. Base d'épée à deux mains. À base d'épée du centre. Oh, réponse de donjon de la conquête de SUMERU. Oh, merde. Bon, ben... ok. Apparemment, je peux pas. J'en ai 5 pour un arc, mais on va se conserver le reste. Hein. Bon, je vais m'arrêter là pour aujourd'hui. Ça a été excessivement épuisant parce que, bordel, ça me donne mal à la tête toutes ces histoires de pris dans un rêve, etc. Réveillez-vous du samsara et terminez l'aube accordant 1000 roses. Ouais, je crois qu'on est bon pour aujourd'hui. Je vais m'arrêter là pour aujourd'hui. Et on reprendra une prochaine fois. Parce que là, je vais me reposer un peu la tête. Et voilà. Bon bah écoutez, j'espère que ça vous aura plu. N'hésitez pas, on se retrouve. N'hésitez pas à revenir quand je reviendrai faire la suite. On se retrouve très bientôt pour la suite des aventures à SUMERU de Genshin Impact. c'était GeekYoshii pour vous servir. À la prochaine tout le monde. Ciao ciao. Et j'avais raison sur Catherine.